Good morning. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. My natural pep with that. Nice to be here on a Friday morning.
That's right.
God bless you, Troy.
God bless you, Troy. Is it the tits or is that just a sneeze?
Yeah, he's sneezing out those fat cells.
Is that right?
I don't know. I think so.
Are they feeling better?
They feel okay, a little sore. I honestly feel like they've gone down already.
You look good in that T-shirt, bro. Happy Friday. Happy
Thank
Titty
you.
Day.
My nipples are still protruding.
Wow, there's nothing you're going to do about that except remove them once and for all.
I will. I'm going to have that done.
You are. Nipple removing.
At some point, yeah.
Good. Good. I love it. It's Friday. Let's celebrate, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I want to thank Roots of Fight. Sent me and Sam a bunch of stuff. It's my favorite clothing company. I guess they're tired of seeing me in the same fucking hoodie.
Yeah, I reached out to them and I said, guys,
Please.
I can't stare at the same goddamn hoodie every day.
This is fucking phenomenal. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Arturo Gotti, and this is an Anderson the Spider Silva Sao Paulo 75.
Yeah,
they
I
gave me
got-
all smalls. You guys have more faith in me than I do, so I'll try this on. It might be too small, but I think it'll fit.
I got a bunch of mediums because I got more ground to hide than you do at this point. But they sent me a bunch of the wrestling stuff and the Dennis Rodman stuff that they just put out.
Oh, cool.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, this is
Although there was, part of me was like, I think this is getting too close for comfort. Because I had, they sent it to my house. They sent me a big box of stuff to my house. But the address said it's for Sam Roberts and Jim Norton.
Good.
And I was like, I don't live with the
Isn't
guy.
this awesome?
I just do the show. You look great, dude.
It looks really good.
this
Fits
is
well.
fucking great.
It's a nice fit.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take my picture in this today.
Isn't that great? You got that hoodie. It's looking fresh. You got some new shoes on, so it's not embarrassing anymore.
That's true. Nowhere to stick my dick except maybe in Travis, Troy, Sam, or Anthony.
Well, I can cross one. What? You're shitting me.
Really? I have to wash it first before I really wear it.
Right. Yeah, I put my stuff in the... this is one of my new shirts, because they signed a deal with Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh.
Hart Family...
Oh, that's awesome.
Hart Family Wrestling.
You wash a hoodie before you wear it?
What?
Yeah, but you know what?
I'll wash a shirt, but
The inside
not
of this
a
hoodie feels real. These are really well made.
Yeah.
Like, I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
already.
they do an amazing job.
Maybe I won't wash it. Maybe I'll just take the picture. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It'd be nuts. Just be nuts, man. It's Friday.
What the fuck?
Live life.
It's Friday.
Yeah, my Anderson the Spy. There's a couple of good. They gave me, I think, a Thriller and Manila one, some Joe Frazier one. I haven't opened them all yet.
Yeah.
I love these things.
I got a nice Andre the Giant pullover, a Dennis Rodman hoodie. They did send me they do have faith in us, Jim. The same way they sent you Smalls, they sent me a sleeveless Dennis Rodman hoodie.
Oof.
Which I don't know 100% if I can pull off, but maybe one day I'll try.
Maybe if you go to like the gym or something, wear it there.
Do you really think I can even pull it off in the gym?
Yeah, in the gym, no one cares.
Yeah.
You don't have to be. There's people when people see like an obese guy in the gym, or a guy who's like really thin. People like that. No one fucks with a guy in the gym if he's not in shape.
Because he's working on it.
Because you're working at it. Because
Right.
you're there.
Yeah, that's
no
what-
one laughs at a fat guy in the gym. No one.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you're a total dick.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't
root
get
'em on.
I don't get insecure
Yeah.
when I'm at the gym, even though I know my form is probably not great. You know, I don't get insecure at the gym because
Not only do I not get insecure, I posture.
you do.
I show everybody my fucking my skills.
But I also go to the inexpensive gym. I go to the judgment-free zone. So
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to get judged there. No, Planet Fitness.
Oh, yeah. Planet Fitness is pretty cheap.
Yeah, I'll use them on the road once in a while. Or fucking
It's like
LA
$9.
Fitness.
$9 a month, bro.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Mine's like $75 a month
For what?
for a fucking gym. I hate it.
I mean, what do you get for 75 that you wouldn't get for 9?
Well, first of all, there's no $9 gyms anywhere in the East Village of New York
Right, so
City.
you'd have to go way far away.
Yeah, and the Crunch, and then
$75 a month.
I can go to other ones, and then they have classes which I never take.
Right, of course. You think when
But
you sign up, you're like, yeah, I'll take these classes.
Yeah, I took a couple classes, and I was like, "Fuck this!" I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, you can take classes. I take trainers. I got to pay for my training sessions, but it's worth it.
Yeah, no, I jump on the treadmill for like 25 minutes and then do some very light lifting. But you don't need more than a $9 gym membership to do that.
No.
There's absolutely no value for me, and especially since, it's right by my
$9 a
place.
month is amazing.
It's amazing.
You can get everything you need there. It's fine.
Everything.
Planet Fitness is fine.
Everything.
They have every weight you need. They have. LA Fitness are good too. Me and Kenny would go on the road, and we'd have to find ones that would let you get a day pass.
Right.
Because a lot of places are like monthly only. I should have just joined LA Fitness because we'd go into so many of them. But I go to Equinox in the city. Are they all over Equinox?
Yeah. There's one in Westchester.
Yeah,
But I mean, are they on the road too or no?
I don't know.
Do they have them like in Pennsylvania? Or I know there's a couple in LA.
I don't know. I went into the Equinox and asked every bad bitch if they were a freak or not. So I'm familiar with Equinox is what I'm trying to say.
Sounds like you are.
Yeah, that's right.
I never joined Equinox, by the way. I was belonging to a different gym, and the Equinox gobbled them up, so I just kind of stayed.
It's very expensive, this Equinox.
It is,
It's
yeah.
a ritzy gym. But then you run into people like Mick Jagger.
Where?
Didn't you say you ran into him at the gym?
No, Mick Jagger I ran into in a hotel in L.A., the hotel gym.
Hotel gym.
Yeah, it was just me, him, and his trainer. I was in the fucking aerobic area doing like ab exercises.
I see. Yeah, so they're in a handful of bigger cities,
Yeah.
but not like all over the place.
No.
There's not, right?
Right.
Unfortunately. It's a good gym.
I better be. For that kind of money,
Oh,
it better be.
yeah. It's good food. But, the gym is huge. So
Right.
it's, like, it's a big gym.
Plus, I end up going to the
Hot
gym.
trainers.
Like, oh, is that right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to be hot to, I'm sure, be a trainer there.
Or most places, no one's to hire a fucking awful trainer.
My irregularity in my gym visits also makes it so that it wouldn't make sense to put a high premium on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of weeks go by, or a lot of days go by where that is not used.
You can also get, there's a basketball court in one of them. There's cryotherapy.
That's cool.
Yeah, you got to pay for it, but I might try that again.
Cryotherapy?
Yeah, because I did the one that your head is out of the actual, but I might try the full immersion one. I don't know if it works. Everyone says it works, then I hear it's bullshit. It's just your fucking head. I wonder if Rogan still does it. I have to ask him.
Yeah, he swore by that.
I know, but
For a while he did.
Yeah, I wonder if he still does it.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind anything that involves you possibly getting buried, head included.
Frozen to death.
I'm fine with.
It's a room. You're not.
Oh.
You go into a room like this. Is that cold? When
Was
you're
it just a meat freezer?
It is kind of. That's exactly what it is. And there's music playing, and you cover your mouth, and I think your ears you cover.
You ever go tanning at the gym? They got tanning beds
No, I don't
at
tan.
the gym.
I don't want to cook my skin.
No, you need a premium membership to get into the tanning beds, though, and I don't have that, so
No.
I don't do the tanning.
What are you going to tan for?
I
Just
probably
go
would.
outside.
I would just burn anyway.
I'll go outside a little bit to get some sun. Maybe I'll
got-
get some sun in L.A. next week.
Are you going to LA next
Just
week?
to do something, yeah.
Wait a minute. So we're not doing our party?
I thought of our party today, but I think I'm going to be gone. I'll
God,
let you
that's
know.
the second time you've done that.
I know.
You've said on the air, I might have a party, and then at the last minute, you're just like, I think I'm just going to have a trip for myself.
Yeah, that's what I've been pretty much doing.
And all the rest of us have our dicks in our hands.
So what do you think I do when I go to L.A.? I'm like, no one's fucking, sucking it.
You're really going to pressure me into making me have the guys over at my place.
I asked someone to go to L.A. with me. I wasn't even going to try to fuck her.
A lady?
Yeah, just a girl I know.
Okay.
She's like, no, I can't. I'm so nuts.
They turned you down. Like, I'm not, no.
No, well, she has something to do with. I know what she has to do. But
I can't vacation with you.
But I'm like,
no.
I'll get you a separate room. And she's like, no, I'm not even thinking that far. I can't. I'm going to be away.
Right. I
But
can't just pick up my things and
But I just
leave.
realized how nuts I am. Like, I literally am just asking someone who I'm not involved with
Right.
at all.
Are you friendly, though?
Oh,
Are you
yeah,
friends?
yeah,
Oh,
she
that-
does.
I don't think there's
But
anything
like
wrong with
close
that.
friends or not that, not even
Not
that
that
close?
close. But I didn't care. I just would have done it just to hang out with her.
Is
Right.
she single or married?
I think she's single. I'm pretty sure. I'm not
It would be
100.
weird if you were asking a married
Oh, no. I would not. No,
woman to
she's
go on a
definitely not married.
vacation with you.
But I don't even think she has a boyfriend because she'll say things like, yeah, I mean, anybody who would ask somebody's girlfriend to go on vacation when they know that they're with them is weird. Why
Or
would
wife.
you do? Hey.
I don't know what you guys are getting at. But
Yeah,
It
I was
is a
thinking about
weird-
asking her on a cruise.
Jesus.
Now we're going.
Now we're going close.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is a very odd thing that you did. To just be like, hey, friend.
Nah.
It was a little odd, but not crazy because I would have literally just flown her out and then done nothing. I wouldn't have hit on her. I wouldn't even care. Just to go out to eat. It would just been something fun to do.
Why don't you just eat in New York?
You do that. But some things are just a fun diversion.
Come to Westchester.
Was it that waitress?
No.
You should ask her.
I almost did. But she was.
Do you know her name?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But she was not working when I.
But if you bring a girl to L.A., doesn't that block you from other pussy out there?
No,
Good question.
This is what blocks me from other pussy out there. No, to the listeners, I'm pointing at my face. That's what blocks me from pussy in LA.
Jim talking to the girl he has a crush on in the restaurant with the nice butt is like Rat in Fast Times at Ridgemont High looking across the way. He's in the movie theater and he's just looking at the girl that he has a crush on like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, she has a pretty face too. She's really hot.
You think so?
Yeah. She's
Why don't you see if
beautiful.
she wants to go to California with you?
It's because it's too psychotic.
How great would that be? Like,
I've talked to her too little.
I think I'm gonna have the shrimp cocktail today. are you working next weekend? Oh no, I'm off. Why? Would you want to go to California?
Yeah, I know, it's
with
crazy.
me?
Yeah, no, I don't think I would do that because it'd be too weird. Like, I don't want like the other person I know better, who I talk to more, so it's not that big a deal. But this one I don't know that well.
Here's what you do: don't make it into a big production. You just need a change of scenery. Come out to Westchester. I'll Airbnb you my basement. I got pull out down there. You can pay me for the use of the room, and you'd be out there, and it'll be just as good. Change of scenery. It'll be nice. We'll go out to eat. It'll be fun.
Baby Edgar crying, fucking that big dumb dog bouncing around.
That's right. She'll probably want to stay down with you and
make sure I don't leave or hurt the family. Yeah.
Right. Probably bite your arm a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
I don't mind that Lila dog.
No, she's a good dog.
But I don't think, it'd be too weird to ask this waitress. I don't see
it. Would be really weird to ask the waitress, yes.
Oh, but I would.
I know you would.
I really would.
I know
What
you
need to
would.
do with the waitress.
What's that?
Is you need to have an event coming up and be like, hey, I know this is a little weird, a little last minute. I need a date to an event.
What if...
I might just ask you to lunch.
What if he's having a get-together at his place with a bunch of coworkers?
That's a great idea.
Couldn't that work?
Yeah.
And then just invite her.
And make it casual, like, hey, just swing by. We're having a couple of people over.
Right,
won't
maybe
come.
day before, day up, whatever it is. Just... Why wouldn't she come? She'll come. Tell her I'm going to be there.
That's true. But then should we just go in there hoping you fuck her?
That's true.
That's a real harmless invite.
Would you laugh, though, if she showed up with a guy she's dating?
It'd be my favorite thing that could have happened. That
It
whole
would be
weekend.
mine, too. It would be mine, too.
It would be amazing.
Oh, here's how you get her to show up without a guy.
Mhm.
Just hire her.
As a waitress, as the hostess of your party.
Would you host my party?
Can you be the waitress at my party?
She's
Also,
like-
I like you.
She's like, I'm not a host for a hire. I work in this restaurant. I'm not
a host whore.
Yeah. She's like, oh. She was like, I thought you were an independent contractor. No.
Oh, no.
No, this isn't what I do. I just work here.
No, but I wanted to ask her to go to L.A. and then she probably would say absolutely not. She couldn't. I'd be like, let's just do lunch. Let's have lunch here. How about lunch?
Oh, perfect.
Okay, how about lunch?
Perfect.
Forget it.
Do you want to travel across the country with me? No? Okay, how about
How
lunch?
about lunch?
At least
we can
then-
do it in this time zone.
Then she'll know you're not taking things too seriously.
Yeah, she would know that you're a reasonable person.
Not a complete psycho.
You're willing to make concessions.
No, I know. I am weird.
Well, that's why you got to have a social get together here. You know, to get some of the women that are around you to come over to your place, but a bunch of us will be there.
Yeah.
It is tempting. I thought
I'd love it if she was like, "Oh yeah, and I invited a guy from Tinder. Is that fine?"
That was very funny. That was very funny. That was one of my favorite things. But I told you that girl called me and I went back that
Right.
night.
All's
I think she
well that
sucked my
ends
dick
well.
right. I forget what happened. We had oral sex.
Nice.
I believe. Yeah.
Plus, you left your food there.
Well, yeah. What did I leave there? Nuts.
salad.
Salad. Yeah, that's right.
And I believe he brought almonds too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Almonds in a salad.
Yep.
Yeah.
As any normal person
I've
would.
never-
Right. Do you want food? No, I brought a salad.
When I left those two alone, it's one of my moments where I felt best about myself.
You should have. You did a great thing.
I was like, I'm not going to fight for the fuck you,
Right.
and it worked.
Right. Yes,
she
it did.
booted him.
Yes, it did.
She was just trying to be nutty.
Yeah, it was.
She wasn't
poor
trying
choice.
to. She wasn't trying to be awful. She was just trying to be silly. Like, yeah, this will be kind of wacky.
And you were like, "This is stupid. What are you doing?"
What do you think I'm here for?
Yeah. I'm goddamn 50 years old, lady.
I
What are
was
you
48 at the time, and I said he needs attention. And I pointed at my genitals.
But yeah, you had the party at your place. Pull out your camping chairs. The girl will
To
probably
buy them again. Pull them out. They're all gone.
That's right. The girl will probably be impressed because she's he's one of these guys that throws a party where you can take home the chair after. That's cool.
No, I know. We could all sit outside. It'd be nice.
It would be nice.
We'll be there to talk you up.
Right.
I don't need you to talk me up. Oh,
No,
to
you
her
do.
you do. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do actually.
Right.
A lot.
No, not to you.
Oh, I was trying to think of it to me. I'm like, yeah, to
All
her.
right, you got this, Jim.
You could do it, Jim.
Jim, you got this. You talk for a living. There's no reason why you can't succeed.
No, I wouldn't. I would just ask her out to eat. I'm not afraid to ask her out. You know what it is? It's like when somebody's very busy working, when somebody works a lot, you never want to ask them in an inopportune time in front of coworker. You don't want to embarrass somebody. You got to catch them in a moment.
Why don't you go to the restaurant and go like, I have a table for one unless you want to sit down. I think that's a good idea.
I have thought of sitting there and eating.
Yeah? And asking her to join you?
No, but just
you got a
talking
break?
to her.
Yeah, chit chat a little bit.
But I didn't want to.
Why?
It's for what? I'm going to sit down. She says, no, I got to still eat.
It was great. You ask her at the beginning of the meal and you're like, okay, well, then I'll just have the shrimp then.
I'll have to go.
Yeah.
I'll have to go.
Just chit chat with her, and then at the end, be like, "Hey, you wanna?"
Yeah, no, I'll do that. I just haven't, I just didn't want to do it at an inopportune moment.
Right.
It's one of those things where she's usually.
Well, you keep waiting to pick your moment, and the moment's going to pass you by. You know that.
It might.
You
Yeah,
know that.
It might, but you don't want to do it at a bad time either.
Oh, you could be like Baby Driver and Debbie.
That's right.
How did Baby Driver do it?
That was very, very charming.
Yeah. Just bring your iPod.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Look at tinnitus. Fucking asshole.
You still got your classic iPod, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah, they met and fell in love. She was waitress.
That's true.
And it all worked out.
Yeah.
Sure did. And then
Baby.
that's true. And then the guys come in. That's his girl. That was really a good scene.
That
Yeah.
was great. That was tense. I love that movie.
Only thing is,
Hated it.
if you get mixed up in a life of crime, don't let on to the fact that you know anybody in that diner,
No.
because it'll come back to haunt you.
Yeah, just go to the diner.
Especially if you
Suck it up.
especially if you record conversations of the criminals that you're with and you use it to make electronic dance mixes. It happens, Troy. What'd you laugh at
One
that for?
heap of shit fucking plot point after another.
What are you talking
I
about?
hated that movie.
You still like it, Travis?
I love it.
I like it. I
No,
still
love
like it.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's a pile of shit.
Okay.
I find something new every time I watch it.
You do?
I would
Yeah,
too, for
just
exactly the opposite reasons why I hate him.
Just the way he coordinated the music with just the
You talking about Mr. Edgar Wright?
yeah
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
that's
steps
correct.
In
Yeah.
like just there, it's so well crafted.
Okay, that I'll agree with. Like the music was good, the way it was shot was great. Like that type of stuff, I agree with. Was really good.
It's like a big ass music video.
Yeah, that type of stuff's fine.
You just didn't like the plot. I get it. That's fair.
Despised it.
That's fair.
I
Yeah.
despised the character quirks they give him.
You did?
Yeah. Did you watch that first before we worked?
I did. I watched it. Actually, I had. Come on. I had my wife watch.
Oh, sure, of course. That's
You
what I
know.
meant.
It's a woman.
Did you ever scrub it on a rock in the back?
That's right.
Oh, now do my wash. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll let you know what I'm doing next week. I just don't know. I want to go out there. I like seeing my manager.
You do.
Yeah, I have fun with Jonathan.
He's a fun guy,
Yeah,
and he likes you.
and my ex is my closest friend, and I see her.
You're kind of painting a pretty sad existence. I got to tell you the truth.
Why? She's my friend.
No, I know,
It's weird
but-
to have like somebody you date. And then you date them and you break up and you're like, oh my God, it's devastating when you first. And then like a year or two goes by and then you become friends and then you're just close friends again. It's,
Look, I've seen it all go down, and I love it. You know, I hung out with you and your ex and Jonathan last time we were in LA, and I was like, this is so much fun. But the way you paint the picture of I have to fly across the country to hang out with my manager and my ex is like, oh, Jim.
I know it seems sad, but I just like to get a change of scenery. I just don't want to be in the
get
city.
it. I get it.
Plus, you got to continue to ruin Jonathan's marriage. So
Yeah,
mission's
right.
not over till that happens.
no, it's not.
That's right.
But it's like just to do something.
No, I
and
love
not
being
sit
out
in
there.
New York.
Yeah.
Like, I love New York. What am I going to do? But then again, having you guys over would be kind of fun. Maybe have a couple other comedians over too.
A couple other.
A couple of the comedians over.
Right.
A couple of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not.
Speak for yourself, Travis. I'm a bit of a funny man.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we could do that.
Yeah, have the guys over. See if you can get.
What if it rains? What's the weather going to be like next week?
You have an apartment. We
You're
can sit in
asking
it.
what the weather forecast
No.
is for 9 days from now?
Well, I'm saying I want to be outside. Like you want to be outside on outside
It's
of
gonna be nice.
It's going to be, weather forecast, bright and sunny.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would plan on it.
Could I go in the jacuzzi?
Yeah, right now it's scheduled to be summer.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Would you go in the jacuzzi naked, Troy?
Sure.
Nice.
Got to show off them new titties.
That's right.
Would you be excited about that, to take off your shirt and be like, these are the new titties?
I'll take my shirt off right now.
Do you
Now-
feel better about your tits already?
I feel like they've gone down a little bit.
Maybe they have. It might happen immediately and then over time.
Are you a little worried, though, that if you go shirtless now, since we talked about it so much, people are going to really want to look at your tits and maybe touch them?
If you see me, you can touch my tits. If you ask politely.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
You're a good guy.
But I'm probably going to go for one more round.
You are.
Yeah.
But you have to wait the full time until you know exactly how much is gone.
2 months, they say.
Okay.
We got to
fine.
know how much meat there is left to take off, right?
Yeah, but I definitely this is the problem area right
Yeah.
here. And I feel like it's already shrinking.
That's great.
It's real. They're sore though. I feel like I'm getting my period.
Well, whenever anybody gets a breast augmentation,
Yeah.
it is
Tender.
sore. Yeah, it is tender
It's
for a
not
while.
an augmentation.
So wait, when you they're
Well, I don't
sore
know
like
what they
what?
call it, but yeah.
What's that?
Like they got punched or something?
Yeah,
Like
I
you
guess
had
I
a,
feel
like you had a tit job.
No, it's not. It's cool sculpt.
Okay.
But they're not killing you.
No, mm-mm.
Okay,
They'll be
just-
fine for bathing suit season.
So your tits aren't killing you right now?
No.
I might try my side fat. That'd be kind of
You
nice.
should.
Troy already said that his titties feel like he's on his period.
They
That
do.
is true.
Right. Right.
I get man periods.
Weird.
Women hate that too. When guys say we get our period too, that drives them
I
nuts.
get my period too.
Oh, but fucking, it's just the one thing they have going for them is that they can be cunty because they're in their period. And
That's right.
when we take it too, they're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. And Troy's like, look, you don't get tits like this without a little estrogen. You know?
That's right.
It's in me.
Estrogen. I told you the time my doctor accidentally prescribed estrogen to me.
And it made you insane, a
It
crazy
made me
person.
completely fucking insane.
So crazy that you thought you should get a breast job?
Well, I've been on it for a while. I've been wanting to get a breast job for a while.
Why did it make you
my
crazy?
mistake.
I don't know. I was extremely moody. I just would start crying.
Oh, yeah.
I was the one day I went to go DJ and I forgot my computer. You know what I mean? I show up to the gig and I'm like,
What'd you have to do? Hum?
I was like, I had apologized. Like, I have to go home and get my computer.
How late were you for the gig then?
I was pretty late. They were pissed. Yeah.
Like, but chicks are late sometimes,
Yeah.
Sometimes,
right? Or
Yeah.
chicks end up
Pretty
being
girls
late.
are
to
late.
things. Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Speaking of people on estrogen, possibly on their period, did you hear about the rant that Don LaGreca from the Michael Kay show went on yesterday?
I did not know.
You know I love New York sports radio drama.
I love, I like Michael Kay a lot better than I like Francesa.
Even, you don't even like Francesa to like listen to tease him.
No, I mean, I will. I know you guys love him, but I don't find him enjoyable in any way. I just think he overall bores me, but I get why people are entertained by him, sure.
Well, believe it or not, he's back. Francesa?
Number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
If we're gonna do this,
Yeah.
I would love to play that other clip from earlier this week.
Oh my God. Okay. Make sure that send Troy the correct clip because there were a few Francesa clips going through emails.
The fantasy one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send Troy that correct clip because
Yeah, Shillow's gonna do it.
yeah, because there was this amazing Francesa thing that we didn't get to earlier this week.
Yeah.
Because I like to pick and choose because I feel like my love for Francesa is a little more over the top than yours.
It is,
So
but I still enjoy your love of him. It's fine.
I only like to bring the best stuff though. You know, because there's so much.
Yeah.
We could technically every day go through Francesa's show and find little gems.
I know you really enjoy him.
Love him. Love him so much. I'm glad he's back. The way that he came back
Humiliating.
is like the most Francesa way you could possibly come back.
Yeah.
He goes on an 8-month retirement tour. He does his second to last show. Everybody that's ever called into his show, he has guest after guest after guest after guest. His last show, it's dedicated to the listeners, and he talks to them, and it's this whole big ceremony. 3 months later, not only does he come back, but he comes back displacing the show that hasn't even gotten a chance to
Start
do
for
anything.
less money.
For less money.
Comes back for less money.
Yes.
This dummy thought he probably realized he had no offers coming in. No one in the rest of the country gives a shit.
No,
about
of
him.
course not.
And they probably realized that, like, oh, I got the big Asian told me I could do something.
Right.
And he can't.
And he doesn't fucking even know what podcasting is.
No.
You know what I
He
mean?
didn't want to come here.
He's not going to you know why he's not going to podcast? Because the only way he knows how to do radio is the way he's been doing it for 30 years, which is talk about the day's events right now.
Yeah.
It's as topical as any radio could be. Like, you can't.
And he also, like, he didn't want to come here because what happens is, like, a lot of guys don't want to go when their co-host has left and built something on his own, then they're too humiliated to go and be a part of that. And that's probably why he didn't want to come here.
Really?
Because Russo has his own channel and is established here, and he probably didn't want to come under Russo's umbrella.
But it wouldn't have.
I'm just saying, I'm guessing that's why.
Just his own crazy psychology
Oh,
because
yeah.
everybody would have been happy. Like, that wouldn't have even been a thing.
Yeah, but it must be stupid.
It would have been the best move for everybody involved.
Yep. But some narcissism is narcissism.
Okay. All right. Does Shitloaf has he sent
the clips?
Okay.
Is that those are the ones that were?
This is what Shillow sent me. Two clips.
Did he send it to you just now or earlier this morning?
Just now.
Okay. Those are the ones the 2 clips that you sent? Come in here, Shitloaf.
Yes,
2
France.
clips?
Yeah, play the second email I sent you.
Okay.
Second email.
Yeah, I just sent you another second email.
Okay.
Yeah,
Second email, there it is. 826, that sounds about right.
Send one.
Oh, there's only one.
No, there's 2 emails.
No, this was
No,
from.
but just send one.
Oh, there's the second one. Play this one. You know what he did?
What?
He
What?
sent Troy an email that was the wrong clips in it. And then he sent him another email with the right ones.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
All right.
I mean, that's pretty clear.
Is this the right one? This doesn't say play this one. Is it to play this one?
Make sure you're playing this
Play
one.
this one.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Okay.
I'm about 50% sure that these are the right
Let's
clips.
see.
And this is where, if the states are smart, they will take
this is
people
him.
who
This
really
is him. This is him talking. Good job, Shitloaf. This is him talking about New Jersey opening up for gambling.
Okay.
That was a big story this week.
Yes, and it should.
And this is where, if the states are smart, they will take people who really understand this, okay, and let them create games that would attract people. And there are games. If I created a game for you that plays into your football or basketball or baseball expertise, and you could, for a $20 or $50 in total, have a chance to win big money based on how you play it, that will be an exciting play for you.
Okay, hit pause.
Do you see what he thinks he's creating?
Jim, if I could create a game for you, you tell me what you would name this game. Okay, if I could create a game for you that you could put in like $20, $50, use your, let's say, football.
Expertise.
Use your football expertise within this game to put together your own thing. And you could, if you're the best at that game, make big money. Would you say that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Why would you think that that's a good idea?
Just because you're using your expertise and you can win money.
Do you know what that idea technically is?
Gambling?
It's fantasy football.
Oh,
he's literally describing.
Oh, okay.
He's literally, like, not only is it gambling, you're right, in terms of, like, generally, but when you start to get in specific, he's, this week, invented fantasy football.
God, does he stink?
Listen to this.
You play it. That will be an exciting play for you, okay? That will be a very exciting play for the average guy. And I think you can create something where the payoffs are not $1 in a dream like the lottery, where the odds are you got a better chance of getting hit by lightning, but that if you have a skill, there will be a game. I could create 10 games in 15 minutes if they gave me 15 minutes.
No, you couldn't.
And it's already been created.
You couldn't create 10 games in 15 minutes.
The only thing he's created is a thing that was created decades ago. It's fantasy football.
Guy fucking sucks.
Wait, that's fantasy football?
Yeah, that
keep playing the clip.
Okay.
I'm not convinced. And then also play the second clip.
because he gets into detail.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he creates a whole new thing.
Oh, all
I've never
right.
heard of it
All right.
before.
Never mind.
Those games, if created properly, will be very enticing to the public. and what's good about them is the bookmakers don't have the same games. They don't have the mechanism. They don't like coupled bets. They don't like the chance of you winning a lot with a little. They frown on that. They don't want that.
Could you hit pause for a sec? Could I get Shitloaf's expertise on this?
Yeah,
Shitloaf just said that his bookie bought his house on parlays.
Do bookmakers like when you can make money and they can't make a lot?
I mean, he like literally tells me, he's like, listen, I can't take your money. Please don't do parlays. Like, just don't do parlays.
Okay,
you can do whatever other bets you want, but you will never win a parlay.
Francesca was describing multiple game bets, and he also specifically mentioned put in a little money to get back a lot of money.
Yeah.
That is literally a parlay he's describing, correct, Shitloaf?
You are correct.
Right.
He's describing a parlay to...
And isn't that how they make all their money? Like
that's how my bookie bought his condo.
Right. I mean, that's how the lottery works. It's these things where you invest a little bit of money to get a whole bunch back,
Sure.
but you're probably not going to win.
Yeah.
That's why Shitloaf loses all his money in parlays.
Right.
Because he puts in a little bit of money thinking he's going to get a bunch back.
Gets back nothing.
But Tiny Little Anthony, do you usually win parlays?
I haven't hit a parlay in like 2 years. Strictly straight bets now.
Okay.
They want you to bet dollar for dollar. They really want you to pay 11 for 10 is what they want you to do. So they want that bet. They don't want this other bet. And this other bet is where the states, if they're imaginative, will make their money.
How could a guy that's dedicated his entire life to sports know nothing about sports gambling?
Yeah, well, the thing, and the thing is too, you bet on games. You don't have to recreate it. Everyone knows how it works, motherfucker. You bet on games.
Yeah, it's fine. They're not. That's the thing. Like, with gambling becoming legal, the state doesn't have to reinvent gambling. Gambling is something that everybody's already been doing.
Yeah, there's already a system for it. You don't. Everyone knows how to sports bet. You're going to make money on it. You don't need to fucking create new games.
We're just legalizing it. That's
legalizing what
it.
exists already.
There's no.
But that's how they're going to make that money. He's such a fucking clod.
Why is he talking about the lottery?
Because he's stupid. He's fucking stupid.
They're not going to do sports like the lottery.
Ugh.
Makes no sense.
He's a dope.
Okay, he gets back into his theory about what he could create.
10 games in 15 minutes. Fucking Chip Francesa, shut up. Fucking 10 games with shizness.
You think he's exaggerating?
Fucking words backward, but with sports. Fucking idiot.
The Bears, Chicago. If you can name what team I'm thinking of, you win. Play pass, play pass, play pass.
Yeah, play pass, play pass. Oh, pass, play pass, play
Pass,
pass,
play, pass, play, pass, play.
Travis remembers all the rules.
He does. He knows all the rules to word back. It's his favorite.
Yeah, 14 rounds.
14
Was it
rounds.
14 rounds?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
How many people on each team?
12. Pass, play, pass, play, pass, play.
Now, would Bears Chicago work for Sports Words Back?
It might, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It would, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're doing the sports version.
Sports, yeah.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
what Francesa's pitching. Sports version of Words Back.
They each get a bunch of guesses.
How many?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I used to have it written down on a Post-it, but it was so unbelievably stupid.
And how many? There's 12. It's a team of 12, correct? Or is it 12 teams?
I think it's...
Was there 10 on each team?
Yeah, I think it's 12 teams.
12 teams of 10
Or
go for
10 teams
14
of
rounds.
12, yeah.
Something like that.
Jim says so many stupid things. It's hard.
No.
It's hard to remember. Somebody reminded me on Twitter the other day about one of your show ideas called "Your Baby Is Dead." Your prank show where you didn't reveal it until 2 weeks after.
Yeah. Will you tell the parents that their baby died, but this baby's actually fine?
Yeah, you just
Crying when you told me that.
you kidnap the baby for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then you
Right.
tell them like they're newborn, like when the baby is dead. But then it comes out that it wasn't dead at all. The first 2 weeks.
2 weeks later.
They
Right.
were hiding it. The big reveal.
It's a show of hope. You get to see the relief and the love that comes over a parent's face when he realizes after 2 weeks his child isn't
I
dead.
forgot
Your
about.
baby is dead.
It's just great because 2 weeks is enough time to really let mourning start to set in.
Oh
Like,
yeah, you've already gone through the funeral.
the shock is over, and now you're just really dark in mourning.
You imagine that phone call? How happy they'd be though.
They'd be probably super pissed.
Get a camera crew in there to film it.
I don't think they'd be happy, dude. I think they'd be really, really, really upset. Especially if the message was coming from the same person.
So you'd actually go through the funeral.
Yeah.
Oh
Well, it's
yeah,
2 weeks,
The
yeah.
camera crew would be there filming the grief.
Where's the body?
They would just say that they had to cremate it, so they just give a pile of ashes to the family.
Immediately cremate.
Sorry, your baby died and we had to cremate it. What?
2 weeks later.
Yeah, 2 weeks later.
Good news.
Yeah, those you lost those original bonding moments, but kid's been in an incubator.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's a kid that's just without its mom for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
This sounds like the
Which
all.
you could do. That's possible.
You would put the kid in an incubator for 2 weeks?
well, I mean, he'd be taken care of. The nurses would hold him.
This sounds like
Doctors.
the darkest episode of Nathan For You
Oh, my God.
of all time. That you just have to first, you would have to put yourself up as a babysitter. Then you would have to claim that you accidentally killed a kid and cremated it.
Oh no, this is all the hospital doing it.
Oh, the hospital would be involved.
Oh, this is
is
not
right when
babies.
they're
This is
born.
this is when they're born.
Yeah.
Before the mother gets to hold them.
How silly of me. So either way, you missed the first 2 weeks of your baby's life.
Yeah, and then but then
So
the
like
good news
the-
is the baby's fine.
But the skin to skin and the breastfeeding as soon as that
Actually, you
happens.
get the whole life for that.
Yeah, but you don't get to do that right away.
None other nurse will do it.
And how come there's no body for the funeral?
They cremated them immediately. Immediate cremation for health reasons.
In the hospital.
Yeah.
I see.
Yep.
I see. I think it's a good idea. It's more creative than anything Francesa came up with.
Sure is.
Let's hear Francesa continue.
I can create a game in 15 minutes for you. Like, let's say I create a game where you get to pick 5 players tonight in the major leagues.
Oh, my God.
All right? And if your 5 players, based on numeric totals, have better offensive numbers for the night,
What the... That's literally...
Fantasy sports.
It's literally how fantasy sports works. True or false?
DraftKings.
That's DraftKings.
That's how they made their billions.
to a T.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Tired of traditional fantasy sports?
Right.
Make your own team.
He just said the rules to DraftKings.
I mean, he's literally creating DraftKings.
like he could have been on the website saying, "How does it work?"
Yeah, he could be reading the About Us page right now.
I see.
any other 5 players, you win $50,000. And the fee is $10 to get in.
Oh, shut up.
People will buy that. They'll play
Yeah,
it like
anybody would put $10 to win 50,000.
They
Yeah,
bought it for years.
People did already buy
Yes.
it for a long time. I think we ran commercials for it here.
yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
He's a fool.
So why did he go from?
He's a fool.
Because a minute ago he said that you don't want to do low bets with high results.
Because the man's a fool.
You think so?
He's a real fool.
I see.
crazy. They will play it all night. And you can create different ones. You can create ones that pay $10,000, that pay $5,000. But if you give the average guy a chance to win $5,000 for his $10, it's going to do it.
He really doesn't know what he's talking about.
He has no clue. I don't understand.
Yeah, the average guy, 5,000 is not even that big a weight. I mean, it's nice, but I mean,
no,
that's going to entice people.
You would think, after all these years of being in this business, that he would know like DraftKings and fantasy sports and stuff like that. He just sits there, he watches his games, and then he blubbers about it.
Do you know what he is?
What?
He's an ass. Mike Francesa is an ass.
It's just incredible. And Mike Francesa, for those that don't know, is officially the #1 afternoon radio show host in all of New York.
And Michael Kay, I think, is number 5.
Michael Kay is number 5. That's correct.
But I still like Michael Kay a lot more.
Right. Yeah. Well, he's not as much of a blowhard. That's for sure.
Not at all. No.
No. And he's got like he can actually like I will watch the Michael Kay show because my buddy Rosenberg is on there.
And he's on Yes.
And I'll put it on Yes sometimes in the afternoon.
Is that Rosenberg right there?
That's right.
Okay.
And I'll be able to actually just, they'll do, because I don't care about the sports stuff, but they'll talk about other stuff, and I can just kind of enjoy it as a radio show.
Isn't he related to Danny Aiello, to Michael Kay? Like, isn't he a cousin or something of Danny Aiello?
I don't know.
We looked at a trial. I'm pretty sure he is, and I like Danny Aiello.
Sam just watches hoping that he'll say he likes
Of course he does.
That's true. I mean, I think Michael Kay is very, very good.
I like this Sam Roberts.
Let's see here.
Michael Kay, thing about Michael Kay is he always comes to the table with the facts.
It's his neck.
Sam Roberts is a man.
No, it was, it's his uncle is Danny Aiello.
Oh, I see. Well, you know who he likes.
I like this Sam Roberts.
Here's what it was. He was getting something. Here's what was happening.
Right.
Somebody was doing something sexual to him, and he didn't know. It was they called it a Sam Roberts. Like that. Here's what that was. It's when you're prairie dogging and somebody sucks it out of you.
Oh. What is prairie dogging?
It's when you're trying not to ship it, the log keeps poking out and going back in, and then somebody gets back there and sucks it out. That's called giving him the old Sam Roberts.
So who was Sam Robertsing Michael Kay?
Doesn't matter. Whoever it was,
one of the
relieved.
interns or something.
Maybe he was Sam Robertsing someone else.
No, somebody was probably doing it to him to give him relief. It's constipation relief when you're prairie dogging and can't finish. You get the Sam Roberts.
Yeah, because this is present tense.
I like this Sam Roberts.
It's happening
in the studio.
Yeah. Right, so it's happening as he's speaking.
Yeah.
Which is why, at the Yes Network, all those desks are only like chest high. Because that way, if Michael Kay wants to get Sam Roberts under the desk while the show's on, he can do that. That's no problem.
Yeah. Don LaGreca's on the left.
That's Don LaGreca. Yeah, his brother Dave works here. It's Michael Kay in the middle and Rosenberg on the right.
All right.
And they're kind of annoyed, I think.
Sure.
At this whole Francesa thing. I
don't blame them, yeah.
They've been having a lot of fun with Francesa, too, making fun of him and stuff like that, and just kind of pointing out the absurdity of what's going on.
Yep.
But now that he comes back and he's #1, they've got to be kind of annoyed by the whole thing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Nobody has a chance to grow because Francesa just comes back and talks his dumb shit.
Yeah.
Although, if he's the Pope, he's the Pope. If he's #1, he's got to be #1 for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So I don't see how you can get mad at a guy for succeeding.
People just are comfortable with him.
They like the sound of his voice.
Yeah, he's just there.
Most commonly given answer, they want to hear what he's going to say next. You think anybody feels that way about Mike Francesa?
In a way they do, because it might be ridiculous.
That's how I feel, actually.
Yeah, like guys like you who would listen to him like, I kind of care about sports, but these guys are very serious about it. Like, maybe this guy's just going to say something dumb, and the caller might get to him.
Like Michael Kay, they're not going to fuck up their show. Francesa might.
Like, I used to love Bob Grant because the callers would annoy him.
Right.
Bob Grant used to hate when you go, how are you? Hey, Bob, how you doing? I'm fine. Because people would call him, everybody who's going to call, I'm fine. He hated when people would always ask him how he was. Because everybody's
announce that
asking
to
him,
all potential
I'm
callers?
good. Yeah, it would drive Bob Grant fucking nuts.
Yeah, see, like this is a real radio show, but Francesa, you're right. I do call in because these guys, even if they get annoyed, they're having fun. Everybody's Francesa's an angry guy.
Yeah.
And he'll get mad at the people that listen to his show.
Cranky, yeah.
I love that. So yeah, let's. But yesterday they went on a big rant against Francesa. This Don LaGreca got very, very, very upset.
Okay.
About Mike Francesa doing well.
But I just don't want this narrative of that he's crushing us.
What did the guy say on the phone?
We don't know. This is we were poking around for it, but
okay.
I think they were just talking about. I'm assuming
someone said Francesa's crushing you.
That's right.
Okay.
Because he did come back at number 1, and they're number 5. A lot of distance between those two numbers.
Yeah.
The Pope is number 1.
Who's number 2?
Number 1.
Number 1. I don't know.
Are they only dealing with sports or the entire?
No, the New York afternoons.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's my understanding of it.
Hang on, I'll tell you who was number 2. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, all afternoons.
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2.
On this narrative of that he's crushing us. In the last trend, he finished in first. We finished in fourth. He had 2 Yankee games that helped raise his average up. We're killing it on Yes. That doesn't count towards the radio ratings. We've got more of a young audience that podcasts us and streams us. That's the stuff that Neil Best refuses to write about. That's the stuff that the Mongos are scared to bring up. So I'm tired of this false narrative. You want to listen to Francesa? Go ahead. You want to listen to us? Go ahead. I don't care. I've got the contract. I love the job. I've been here 17 years. I built a career that I'm very proud of. Let him do what he does. I don't care.
Could you pause for a second?
He cares.
I believe that Don cares.
But you do get to a point where you just can't.
He's very emotional about it. He cares quite a bit. Yep. He's very, very, very upset that the ratings do not reflect how he feels about his show.
Agree.
Very upset. He cares deeply. He goes to bed at night thinking about it. Mike Francesa is the bane of his existence. He loathes him.
But know the facts. Don't let the yo-yos that write their own narrative because they got their head up his butt. Learn the facts. Ask us the facts, because I'll tell you the facts. He is beating us. But let him know about the Yankee games during the day. Let him know about the streaming. Let him know about the podcast. Let him know that we're killing it on Yes. Doing better than Mike and Chris did. Better than Mike and Chris did on Yes. Those are facts. Print that. Tweet that. I'm tired of the false narrative. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this. I don't care. I really don't care.
I can't tell how Michael K is feeling right now. He's got his hand on his face and he's looking annoyed. Is he annoyed about, because he has an ESPN mic in front of him.
They're on ESPN radio.
Okay, so is he annoyed at the narrative, or is he annoyed because Don LaGreca has talked about this off air and he's probably said, let's keep it off air?
I think on some level he doesn't mind Francesa getting his comeuppance a little bit, but I think he knows that this doesn't make their show look great. Like, to be the guy who's on the air complaining about the guy who's number 1 doesn't make your show seem like number 1. Right. You know what I mean? And so I think he's a little like...
Yeah, because Michael K, his hand is on his, like, he's got his finger on his cheek, and his chin is resting on his, like, other folded fingers, and he's just like, oh, fuck.
Right. Because factually, if what Don LaGreca was saying was true...
It might be true.
It could be. But if they really were, like... if the ratings were kind of a lie and this Michael K show really was this giant show, they could just ignore Francesa and he would go away.
Well, he's just saying that he's beating them, but he's saying that on Yes and all these other factors. I think somebody must have written something.
Yeah, well, there's this sports writer that keeps writing about how Michael K show is getting killed, and
yeah, but so the sports writer is just not giving. There are other things, Yankee games that do probably help friends. So he's saying, why don't they just write that as well?
Because they don't need a fucking encyclopedia to explain who's number 1 in the ratings.
Yeah. And plus, Francesa's number 1.
He's number 1.
Yeah.
You know why I'm number 1? Because I'm the best.
Number 1.
Number 1. Does he ever remind people that he's number 1?
All the time.
Does he?
Yep. Yeah, he brought up the ratings the other day.
He did.
Yeah, he thanked his loyal listeners.
Of course he did. And you know what? That's his underhanded way of reminding people, the guys that were here before me that I pushed out of this spot, they weren't number 1.
Nope.
I am.
You think he enjoys the fact that he shot right back to number 1?
He loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it. And he's not mentioning nary a Yankee game. Not one.
Doesn't need to.
No, he is not mentioning that there were some Yankee games. None of that stuff.
No.
Or the fact that this whole debacle resulted in millions of dollars in free publicity. He's not mentioning that. No,
he's going to have an app soon. You're going to be able to listen to all the old Francesa shows.
Why would you?
Because
So you can find out how the Yankees did in 1996?
yeah, everybody listens to old sports radio clips.
Do they?
Yeah, it's great.
Is it going to have the one where the classic Mike and the Mad Dog show, where where Mike Francesa thought that Jews should take an oath of loyalty to the United States of America?
I think that's going to be a premium one.
Okay, that's not part of the standard app.
No.
Okay,
Did he really say that?
he did.
That was a huge thing.
There was some controversy. It was very, very hard to find the tape for a very long time. But yes, they did. After 9/11 happened, Francesa did say, I think it was Francesa, not Mad Dog. In my mind's eye,
I think they both. I forget who specifically.
Jews?
said
Why
it.
Jews? Fuck did Jews have to do with it?
I think because they were talking about the Middle East and Israel, and
That's right.
And you know,
yeah.
you should pledge allegiance to America.
And it was before we knew everything. Like, it was like a couple of days after 9/11, and they did say Jews should pledge allegiance to America.
But as the years went by, people kept trying to find that tape.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't exist.
It's widely believed that it was scrubbed from, you know.
But it'll be on the app, you're saying?
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a premium feature. Yeah.
Great. With video?
With video.
I can't wait. Because you don't want to see the hand gestures that Francesa was doing.
If Francesa had any sort of sense of humor, he would have a whole video page of him spilling his Diet Cokes, falling asleep, eating ice cream.
But he won't.
No.
Do you understand the amount of money that I would pay for that app if it was just full of Francesa follies?
Or if you could like make your own memes, GIFs.
Yes, oh my God. If I could just see, it'd have to be video. But if I could see Francesa getting mad at callers, sneaking ice cream during commercial breaks, spilling his Coke, falling asleep and lying about it. Like, if all that stuff, because I'll go on YouTube loops for hours looking at that
Do you
stuff.
think he really fell asleep?
He was asleep. Yes. He snoozed off. Yeah, he did.
All right, let's finish LaGreca. He's on a fucking
pissed.
roll.
He's
Yes, he
pissed.
is.
And for the facts. God, I just can't take it. Everything that I just said in my rant is a fact. Look it up. 2 Yankee games. The Yankees are killing it, doing 7s and 8s on radio. Fact. Fact that we are doing better ratings than Mike and Chris did on Yes. That is a fact. The fact that our audience streams and podcasts more than their audience. Fact. So we have the facts. So whoever screams loudest, you can't scream louder than me, and I've got the facts. So I'm tired of that. So write what you want, Neil Best. Scream on the Mongos
That's the
on
writer.
Twitter.
Neil Best is the writer. But here's the thing. Radio is really simple still. If you want to like be in terrestrial radio, you still, I mean, they make the ratings books. Like, I understand that there's all these other things and everything, but at the end of the day, if you want to announce yourself as the best terrestrial radio show, you have to be at the top of the page.
Although the guy is probably just saying that he's crushing them, but overall he's probably not crushing them. And the medium has changed a little bit.
It has.
So, and he's probably saying that Neil Best, who sounds like the worst.
I like dicks. Why would you do?
I didn't mean to.
That's not fair.
I didn't mean to. But I guess Neil Best.
I like this Sam Roberts. You're a creep.
That's actually the sound.
Stupid fucking cunt.
This is
LaGreca.
this is the sound of somebody getting Sam Roberts. You think that's LaGreca right now?
He's furious.
He's like, somebody just slapped him with the ratings book, and he goes.
Sounds like a fucking velociraptor.
It really does.
Well, now.
And try to troll us. I've got the facts.
Actually, just happened to be listening to
pause. First of all, I love that he's like, you can't troll us because I've got the facts. Here's the thing about trolls. Facts don't matter.
They don't care.
No.
Trolls actually will purposefully ignore the facts sometimes.
I want to talk about one of my favorite trolling things that's happening right now after we get done with this. But this is now. So that was Don LaGreca's big rant.
Yep.
Very, very pissed.
Very angry.
The narrative is that Mike Francesa is crushing them
yeah.
when he's just beating them in the ratings. That's all.
Yeah.
This was Mike Francesa's response to all that. Let's see, because Don LaGreca said, who can scream louder? Let's see.
I love the Twitter account that.
Back after this.
Back after this. Mike Francesa is the greatest human that's ever lived.
He really is.
Back after this. Let's hear if Mike
response. Yeah.
Let's hear if Mike Francesa can scream louder than Don LaGreca.
the conversation, and Don LaGreca has some really not nice things to say about you. So I just want to see if you have any response on that.
I don't talk about other shows, and I've never spent 10 minutes with the guy in my life, so I don't know why he'd have things to say about me. But that's up to him. I mean, I could care less. It means nothing to me.
And that's the response.
Yeah.
I believe him.
That show sounds like number one. Like, that's what it sounds like.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's probably why, on some level, Michael K was annoyed.
Because he felt it sound, yeah.
Because that sounds like a guy who's just too big for any of this. Even though he listens to every single fucking clip.
Do you think so?
Francesa is an egomaniac. He listens to all of it. He knows every word that's said about him.
I wonder.
I believe
yeah,
so.
I wonder too.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what? Yes, because I've had people on my show that have said stuff about Francesa.
Jim?
No. Back when I was
I've said
doing
a lot of stuff about Francesa, and I don't think he cares, and he shouldn't care. I'm on a sports radio.
All right. Well,
I like Joe Beningo.
I know you
and
do.
that's it.
You like Joe Beningo?
You've made your love of him clear.
Yep.
When I was doing a solo,
241 on the fan. He's the best. He's the best. But I would listen when the Jets would lose just to hear him lose his fucking mind. I would ride around looking at prostitutes, listening to Beningo cry about the Jets.
Have you talked to him about that?
I've never met him.
We should get him in studio.
is he still on?
Yes, him and who's he do his show with? He does.
Francesa?
No. He does a
Evan Roberts.
Evan Roberts.
Oh.
Have I ever met Beningo? I don't think I've ever met him.
I don't know. He had this to say about me.
I like this Sam Roberts.
It's not Beningo.
Oh, my mistake.
No, I don't think I've ever met him.
I've known of situations where people have gotten scolded for saying things about Francesa.
Okay.
So that's what makes me know that he is aware of all this stuff.
Joe looks like a mafia guy too.
Joe Beningo?
Yeah, he looks
You love Joe?
mobbed up. I do love Joe. He's my favorite sports radio guy because he was just a fan who would get so furious at the dumb Mets and the dumb Jets.
Do you think Francesa is going to continue to be number one?
Probably will. I mean, I think he stinks, but it doesn't matter what I think.
Imagine how frustrating that is. When you're putting a show together, you got all these parts, everybody, you know what I mean? You're putting some real effort into it. There's a fresh energy about it. And it's still just people keep tuning in to Mike Francesa being miserable in a room and making up things about fantasy sports.
Benigno is how you say his name. G and N.
I understand.
Hard.
Benigno.
And Beningo's.
What are you still talking about him for?
Because they just showed his picture.
Jimmy has a little crush.
I know he does.
I do like
You should
Joe.
invite him to your party.
Yes.
Could you just narrate my party? Yeah. 11:45. Travis walked in.
Yeah, I think he'll continue to be number one, and it's really going to frustrate the guys at basically everybody that's trying to put together a radio show. That's adding elements and energy and creativity and all this stuff. It's going to drive everybody up the wall.
Facts are facts, though. He's number one.
He's number one. He's the Pope, and he doesn't listen to other people's shows.
He probably doesn't. He seems like a self-centered boob. Like he seems like the type of guy who just goes in, whatever he has to do before the show, does it, talks about it on the air. Because he probably likes talking on the air because you probably have to do a little less prep when you're only talking to callers because you're just rebounding off what they say.
Right.
So you do some prep, but he knows what he knows. He watches some games.
Right. So you don't have the responsibility of like, okay, we planned, the two of us are going to talk about this and blah, blah, blah. It's just, I don't know, whatever the callers have to say, I'll bounce off of them.
Yeah, and he knows enough where he can do that. I'm sure he watches games and does his research. So it's just the way he does it. And this 3-hour show is probably so much easier.
Oh, my God.
And it's 5. Imagine losing 2 hours a day.
Yeah. And it's 3 hours on terrestrial, which is nothing.
Right. Thank you.
It's like, an hour and a half of actual talking.
What's your name, madam?
That's
Veronica. I forgot.
Veronica's our new intern. And yesterday, I was kind of giving her a little bit of the lay of the land.
Veronica, wait.
Yesterday I was giving her, we were talking about stuff. And she's like, okay. And I told her about me and how I got started and the history of the show and everything. And then she goes, okay. And then she goes, I just have one other question. And I go, what's that? And she goes, who is Chip?
What was it you were curious about young Lyle?
I just heard a lot about Chip, and I was wondering, is this a host that's hiding behind a desk or somewhere that's going to pop out? I wasn't sure.
Okay, she didn't know he was.
She did not. And so we played some clips, and you found out that Chip is a character that Jim does.
Oh, yeah, an upstanding gentleman.
That's right.
Okay, good. I like that. She has the right attitude.
What did you think when you saw Chip yesterday?
I was wondering what shampoo he uses because those locks are luscious.
They are
She
nice.
did notice.
Yeah.
She said Chip has some luscious locks.
She's correct.
Yes.
Good. All right, that's good to know. I appreciate
Coming
that.
off of his sweatband.
Yeah. Well, he likes to rock it.
Were you surprised that after getting to know Jim for a week or so, were you surprised that this is what he moonlights as?
Not at all.
Okay. Okay.
Not at all.
Seemed natural.
It seemed like a natural progression.
Yes.
I will say, yeah, you didn't seem shocked when you watched it.
No. I thought that was his truest form, really. Maybe this is the character.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I think either Colin or Patrice. I think Colin said that. Like, this is really Norton.
Yeah.
This is Chip.
That's why you're evolving into Chip.
Yeah.
Like you're spending more and more time as Chip.
I'm getting rid of the Jim character.
Right.
And
Finally.
just being the boy Lyle, who I really want to be deep down.
You do. You just want to be liked, but you know how hateable you are.
I know. It's awful. I want some cool fucking luscious locks.
That's all. That's it. That's it.
All right, well, thank you, Veronica.
Yes,
very
thank
much.
you very much,
Appreciate
Veronica.
I'm glad you're very, very insightful.
Yes, yes. The trolling that I wanted to talk about. It's so funny. Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things is that was embarrassing.
Did she look?
Oh my God, did she? She turned her entire body around, and then she closed the door real slow, just like. And I just had to look at the board. I couldn't even look at you. I'm talking about Millie Bobby Brown looking at the mixer. Like, what's going on?
How Millie Bobby Brown? She's 14 years old, right?
14 or 15, yeah, something like that. She
hates gay people.
She does. Oh. I read it on Twitter. She's off Twitter because of ironic, abusive memes, which they're not even really memes. So it started, it's like this little, we were talking about it, Travis and I were talking about it. It's these little pockets of people on Twitter that just decide to start something amongst themselves.
Yeah.
And then like those 10 people, 20 people, whatever it is, they just all tweet about it. And it doesn't become a thing until you make it a thing, you know?
People forget that you can just mute or block people. You know, it's like this thing, it's funny on Twitter, once in a while I'll see something pop up. And why am I seeing a backwards mirror of that page on this thing?
Maybe you're having a stroke.
I would love that. It's right here. You see this? It's backwards. The writing is backwards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pass play.
What is it?
I don't know.
We're trying to play words back so you can guess what the article is.
What do you think it is?
I have no idea.
Mike's not on.
I know it's not on. You did it on purpose. You didn't have anything to add. He's just looking at the thing.
His mic wasn't on.
No, I know. That's not even his mic. Troy, that one's on.
I don't know who sets it up. Maybe Shitloaf sets it up. It was fine yesterday.
It's backwards. It's like standing behind the page and looking out. You could just, there's things that happen. Like I'll hear Twitter arguments, and I don't see what the asshole is saying,
right?
Because somebody I muted, so I just hear people bouncing. I'm like, what the fuck's he? Oh, it must be somebody I muted.
Yeah, because you forget, right? I mean, that's the beauty of muting.
It's great.
You just forget that the people ever existed, and it takes an afternoon. And like you mute somebody in the morning, by the afternoon you forget they ever existed.
And some asshole, some fucking needy asshole, is just talking, and you never hear him
ever.
It's awesome.
They're like they're in a cave by themselves.
It's better than blocking,
right? Because they'll keep going forever
because they think that you're hearing them.
Isn't it amazing?
You're not.
Yeah,
but sometimes the responses by other people you can hear them.
Right,
like you just know, like there's something being said. So why did she just do that?
Well, I mean, look, I don't see why she's on Twitter anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know what possible upside there is to Millie Bobby Brown being on Twitter.
Which one is she? Is she the weird alien girl or whatever?
She is. She's 11 on Stranger Things.
Okay.
She's the one who at 14 years old was named one of the sexiest people on earth or whatever it was.
Was it by other 14-year-olds?
No. Oh. It was by like a fashion magazine. It's disgusting.
I don't even think she's 14. I think she's like 12.
Oh my God.
Who the fuck called her sexy?
The magazine.
Yeah, like when they were doing the whole like Stranger Things 2 like, promo tour.
Yeah.
It was all like, check out Millie Bobby Brown's new outfit. She looks stunning.
And wasn't she named one of the sexy people?
I don't know if she was named one of the sexy people, but I mean, it was very
it's adult.
Crept into creepy. Like
I think it's stamped right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this magazine called Millie Bobby Brown one of the sexiest TV stars. What magazine was it, Troy?
Hold on a minute. I read that episode.
Oh my God.
I read that issue.
Let's see. It looks like W
magazine.
W magazine. W. So W said she was one of the sexiest people. Really, really.
12. That's good.
Gross. Yeah. So she gets this tweet. One person tweets out, "I saw Millie Bobby Brown in the airport and asked for a pic. And she said, only if you remove the hijab. And I said, it's my faith. And she aggressively pulled it off my head and stamped on it." which is just like, you're going for the absurd here. Nobody's going to read that and think that Millie Bobby Brown did that. You know, somebody tweets back, like a fan tweets back, "You don't even have a hijab in your profile photo." And the girl who tweeted it writes, "That's because she ripped it off me," which is amazing. Then
that kind of
started it.
That started it,
right? Yeah. Because the idea, like Millie Bobby Brown, is so milquetoast. You know, there's just no story about it. She's a kid. There's no gossip to be had. Yeah, Jim, why don't you actually?
I'm going to guess, like, if these are other 14 and 15-year-olds trolling her, that's one thing. But if they find out it's adult men,
it's definitely adults.
You think so?
It's just grown-ups fucking around.
Yeah.
If it's a grown-up trolling a 14-year-old or 13-year-old,
but they're not adding her. They're just talking. They're just saying.
Oh, they're not going to her and say, okay.
No, it's almost like
it's very
they're
localized.
just making fun of a TV star. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like it feels like the name Millie Bobby Brown is almost this essence of a person that you read about in a magazine.
It's just such a silly thing to have said. I asked this 12-year-old for a photo and she stomped on my hijab. Okay.
And honestly, like people
they're at mention. No, they haven't. Oh, they weren't or no. Yeah, they are at mentioning.
No, that was a different one.
Okay.
But. And then they photoshopped. This girl writes, "For all the Millie Bobby Brown fans saying my story is lies and I'm not a true Muslim, here's the proof." And it's just a Photoshop of the girl who's in the profile, clearly Photoshopped onto a woman wearing a hijab.
And it really is a blonde girl. It's obvious.
Right, so it's clearly a joke. And, you know, there's Millie Bobby Brown is just a funny thing to say. And people are also, this is what happens. Like, celebrity culture finds these celebrities, sometimes they're kids, that they're just deciding to worship, right? And Millie Bobby Brown is one of these people that people have decided to just worship. So of course, people are going to turn around on the other side and try to troll much more heavily. What do you see there, Jim? What's that tweet say?
This says, "I'm a gay transgender woman."
Mark that.
And I was wearing my gay pride shirt to a McDonald's earlier today. Suddenly, Millie Bobby Brown threw her piping hot McCafe in my face and screamed, "You Sam, you'll never be a real woman."
That's not what it says.
Oh, sorry. "You dyke faggot, you'll never be a real woman. I now have PTSD and I'm blind." And the hashtag is take down Millie
Like, it's
Bobby
just
Brown.
so obviously absurd and over
right,
the
yes,
top.
it is. Okay.
Right, it's not real life.
Yeah.
If you'll go to your packet, Jim, there's a 3-page stapled Millie Bobby Brown packet in front of you, and I want you to see the last page. There's another tweet. The first tweet says, "Sir Isaac Newton was only 23 when he discovered the law of gravity." What's the response?
Millie Bobby Brown was only 13 when she said, "I hate faggots."
I mean, it's just so...
It's such silliness.
Outlandish and over the top horrendous that you clearly know Millie Bobby Brown is not doing this.
And she's a kid, so it's like I get why she would delete her Twitter. It's probably better she deletes it.
But it's also something that they weren't trying to make viral.
No, this isn't a campaign.
No.
This is like 20 kids, even if it's that, or 20 people, even if it's that many. It's this small pocket of people on Twitter that's their inside joke. That what if we attribute terrible things to Millie Bobby Brown
That's
that
all
could
it is. It's
possibly be
joke.
true?
Okay.
Yeah. And it becomes this thing because now Millie Bobby Brown announces that she's leaving Twitter and everybody finds out why. So now this thing that existed in this tiny little corner of the room is all that's in the room.
Yeah.
It's all encompassing now because they made this giant, what they did, Jim, and this is something that I say sometimes, they made a mountain out of a molehill. That's right. I'll put that on a t-shirt at some point.
You should. That's great.
Yeah. I thought so too. But yeah, so Millie Bobby Brown is off Twitter because people are saying that she's homophobic and Islamophobic.
I can't believe she did that at the airport.
I can't believe it either. It's disgusting.
It wasn't on video.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, there's really no reason to do that to a blonde Muslim girl.
Yeah, there's no video of it.
She couldn't even wear a hijab in the profile photo, which she took right after Millie Bobby Brown ripped it off.
That's right.
But this is what happens to celebrities now who get treated as if they can do no wrong. Like Millie Bobby Brown entered into this area where kind of the celebrity world, media, treated her like we should worship her. As opposed to just, oh, that's that kid from that show.
Although you don't expect it, even as a kid who's being worshipped, you don't expect to be falsely accused of calling someone a faggot and ripping a hijab off their head. Like, they're accusing her of being vile, like, even though she's too young.
But they're not accusing her.
I
don't see it.
In her mind, in her mind, they're accusing
It's
her.
clearly like...
It's over the top nonsense, yeah.
It's a joke. You know, and that's kind of some of the stuff that you might need to be prepared for if you're going to be in show business.
I guess, but getting off Twitter is, you know, like if you're 14, you're
all celebrities should get off Twitter. No,
celebrities, at least, if using it to promote, it does make sense. You know, if it's a good promotional tool, why not?
I guess. I mean, I just don't. I think that there's so.
I use it to promote mostly, and to tell little jokes.
You and I need it. We're not Millie Bobby Brown, okay, Jim?
I'm saying her name.
That's the point. It's the funnest name you could say, Millie Bobby Brown.
I call her MBB.
You don't call her anything. But if I didn't need it, I wouldn't be on it. There's so little upside.
Yeah.
To being public and being on Twitter, and that upside is shrinking every single day. I use it less. I like Instagram. I like YouTube. YouTube, you could actually get on and like spend a half hour dissecting something and actually create some context. Twitter is just a trap,
right?
You know,
although you know, it can be interesting. I don't hate Twitter. People who are like, I hate Twitter. I don't hate it. I'm on it.
I don't hate any.
Some people do
social media. Yeah, some people really.
I hate Twitter,
but some people are also like deeply obsessed with Twitter.
Yeah,
like they sit there and they just can't. Roseanne is back to tweeting, and the other day she was saying that she's back on Twitter now, but she's been spending her time listening to Kanye West's album and watching a Malcolm X documentary.
That's good. Good stuff.
That sounds a little pandering.
What are you doing, Roseanne? It's like, we get it.
What is that?
Wait.
It says here, let's see. Hang on. You don't need to search Roseanne Troy. Let's see what this meme says that they posted of Millie Bobby Brown right there.
Why would it says, it's a picture of her. She looks very cute. You know, all dressed up like a little sailor girl. I hate the word homophobia. It's not a phobia. Why would I be scared of a faggot? And then they quote her.
That's awful. I hope she didn't really say that.
Well, it's in quotes.
Did she say that? That's like, she and Lauryn Hill were probably on the same show when Lauryn Hill said she hated white people.
Yeah.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, it's in quotes, so she said it.
This is going to destroy her career. Luckily, though, with all the news coverage of this, nobody will bring up the Millie Bobby Brown thing anymore. No, everybody will stop attributing false quotes to her.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Yeah, man, I think, especially celebrities like this, big celebrities that have a lot to lose, just don't be on Twitter. There's no
have self-control. That's all it takes. You can have Twitter.
I mean, just have some self-control.
Yeah, but right. But if you fuck up, you fuck up. Like, what's the upside to having Twitter?
So you can promote things?
Yeah.
Does Millie Bobby Brown need to promote things on Twitter?
I don't know. And people also gauge you by your following. You know what I mean? They see how big your following is, your worth.
Millie Bobby Brown does not need a Twitter following or Twitter to promote her stuff. She's like W said she's a sexy woman at 13. Like, she's one of the A-list celebrities. There's no upside to being on Twitter. You don't need it to promote.
Is she popular?
Millie Bobby Brown is fairly popular. You don't need it to promote.
Yep.
And you don't need it unless you're going to like fuck some shit up like Kanye West and just drive everybody insane. Kanye West uses Twitter effectively. But quite frankly, Kanye West doesn't have that much to lose because he's kind of in control of his own shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's not an actor looking for work. Actors on Twitter make no sense. No sense.
But like Troy said, have some fucking self-control, or realize that some people are legitimate and a lot of them are dicks, and just, you know, block and mute who you don't like. It's that simple.
It could be, but it's not. I mean,
I'm not saying if you're 12, it's easier to, I'm a grown-up. If you're 12, it's a little harder.
I mean, for grown-ups, it seems more difficult.
Yeah, that's true. She just dump it.
Right. I mean, most grown-ups end up in these fucking flame wars with people on Twitter, like maniacs.
Once in a while, yeah.
But if you're like a fan of Millie Bobby Brown and she's like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to be on the Today Show. Tune in." Like, ooh, that's nice. You know, if you're a fan, you get, "Oh, cool, I get to watch."
There's Millie Bobby Brown fan accounts on Twitter.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a bad thing to have it. You just got to be careful with it.
I get, but what do you need something on your phone that you have to be careful with? Like, that's the fact that you have to be careful with it is like, okay, there is more downside than upside to it. When you put that relationship together, they're like, there's a lot of downside here. There's very little upside. What? So I can tell people I'm on the Today Show? They'll find out. They'll watch the video later.
Yeah. Again, if you handle it right, it's fine. If you
every person that's ever handled it wrong thought they were handling it right.
I guess they did, but Yeah,
You know?
maybe they did, but you also have to realize how obsessive are you about your tweets.
Oh my God!
How often do you respond? Once in a while, I'll respond to a dick, but it's.
But that's not that big a deal. I'm not talking about like.
But I mean, it's not driving me. It gets to a point after a while where it gets boring. It's not. It's just like, ugh, for what?
It's just amazing that you watch people, because you're not in this boat. I'm not in this boat. You know, I don't think any of us associated with the show are in this boat. But you watch people that can't control themselves on Twitter. Like they've completely, and they're adults, they're kids, they're whatever, but they completely lose control and just have to tweet out dumb shit and have to respond. And they're just living in this tiny little Twitter world.
And
it's crazy to see.
They are obsessive about getting their opinions out. And it's like, to anybody who's obsessively tweeting your opinion, like we people hear you.
Yeah.
People don't care. People don't care. People just want to get their own shit out.
You're not going to have the one tweet that changes everybody's mind about something.
Never.
Ever.
Never. You're probably going to change no one's mind. And as a fucking comedian or as a radio person, I know that I'm not going to change anyone's mind.
Right.
My job is to be funny and try to express my opinions and my feelings. I'm not changing anybody's feelings.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if people out there like how I handle Trump or Obama. I don't care.
And let people know.
You don't have to.
Right.
You could think I'm an idiot. Fine.
Make a joke about a news story. Let people know that there's a new Chip podcast. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
All right. Let's take a break and take a tinkle.
Yeah. You know, we didn't play, we were talking so much about Trump and Kim Jong-un and doing all that yesterday. We didn't play the trailer that the White House made to show Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, we probably should. It wasn't, you know, when I heard that, it wasn't, the audio to it wasn't that interesting. I mean, it was okay. I get why people liked it. Oh. What? That wasn't, I didn't fart.
Jim.
No, I'm telling you I didn't fart.
Jim farted.
I didn't.
I promise you I did not fart.
I don't believe you.
Well, I truly didn't.
You're trying to act. I can tell you're doing a better.
He's getting better.
You're doing.
I'm telling you that this is one of the rare occasions. I'm
there he is. We broke him.
This is one of the rare occasions where I am actually being falsely accused.
You're cheeky.
I know I'm cheeky, but I'm cheeky because I am being falsely accused.
Is this a Millie Bobby Brown situation where false quotes are being attributed to you?
In a way, they are false scents.
Yeah.
You know,
false gas.
Some of the accusations will be false.
Sometimes the complaint is false.
There you go.
Jim's new seed. I watch him lift his cheek.
Okay.
And he blasts it right in my face.
Wait a minute.
You
I
lift your
farted 10 minutes ago.
Well,
a small one.
It just made its way over here. Then.
Okay. It's 10 minutes ago.
So you can't take credit for that.
No.
That's not your fault.
No.
All right, we will take a break.
What didn't we play?
The Kim Jong-un trailer.
And we have Howie Mandel coming in a little while.
That's right.
I guess in less than an hour. I'm going to the Stress Factory tonight in Connecticut. Tonight, tomorrow, in Bridgeport. Go to stressfactory.com. I'm hoping that gig is fun.
And I'm in Chicago. I'm leaving right after the show.
Hey, you going to go get a little deep dish?
No. I'm going to be on the WWE Network on Saturday and Sunday night before NXT TakeOver Chicago.
What time's your flight Monday morning?
And before Money in the Bank. It's the first flight out of Chicago, but there's a time difference.
Yep.
So I think I land at 9:30, but I told Wicklund.
You land at 9:30 a.m.? You'll
Yes.
never make it here.
No way.
You touch down at 9:30. That's when the plane touches down. So you get to the gate by 9:44. You walk out of the airport, you get into the car, 10:05, 10:10. That's if everything goes smoothly.
Right.
By 10:10, what airport?
I don't know. LaGuardia?
You might make it.
I'm going to try
10:59.
I'm going to try to dip in here for a dirty 30. That's what I told Wicklund.
Never. What time do you land?
I think 9:30.
Never.
Okay.
Nope.
Will you make it? Not at that
you should
time.
try, though.
I do think so too.
Yeah.
But if you were saying JFK, I'd say you won't be here till noon. But 9:30 from
Let me check,
LaGuardia.
actually.
You could let's give it a look before. Let
me-
this be a
let me-
fun thing to go to break to.
Let me give it a check-a-do.
Yeah, if you land at 8:30, you make it.
And traffic in the morning.
Oh, don't get me started, Troy.
Okay, it is LaGuardia. It is LaGuardia.
Yep. What time do you land? Go on now.
Yeah, I gotta.
Go on, bitch.
Why would you call me that?
Why not?
It's really hurtful. I gotta.
Did you put in for the studio next Tuesday? Okay, thanks.
You're talking to Rob?
Yeah, because the where we tape the Chip podcast, they're closed for 2 days. I guess a crashing shoots there. So they might be shooting upstairs. They might be doing a podcast scene or something. I don't know.
Oh my God! The app only shows you the last thing. Hang on.
Go now, find it.
No, I know.
Oh,
I
boy.
know. No, you're right.
You don't put your ticket in your wallet?
I have the
your ticket in your wallet. Hold on, pop.
Apple Wallet.
Oh.
Yeah, Travis.
Okay, that makes sense.
Travis was right,
Fuck
and
the
clearly
Apple
I
Wallet.
do. But you can't put your ticket in your Apple Wallet for
Apple
Monday.
Wallet.
Oh, right, because you can't check in.
Exactly.
You dumb asshole.
Apple Wallet
I
can eat
feels
my
like
dick.
such an idiot.
Wait, what does the Apple Wallet have in there?
It has it has
you
my
put any
Tiki.
pass in there.
It has little reward cards.
Oh, fuck the Apple Wallet.
Has a credit card in there.
I don't fucking take my Apple Wallet out, and I hate people that do electronic ticketing because it's always like you got to turn your fucking phone on and it doesn't work.
But for things that are specifically electronic tickets, it just makes it easy because everything's in the same place. I don't have to open the Ticketmaster app to get my Ticketmaster ticket. It's just in my wallet.
That's right.
I didn't know what the Apple Wallet
I don't
was.
have to
I'm
open
dope.
my
All right.
Fandango app to
You
get
can put
my movie ticket.
movie tickets in the Apple
It's
Wallet.
in my wallet.
Where's my stupid Apple Wallet?
I don't delete anything.
Near my grinder?
Neither do I because I like to relive my memories.
Yeah, it's like having a virtual ticket stub collection.
Yep.
And it's in the cloud, so Tim Cook knows everywhere.
That's great. Where's my Apple Wallet?
You got it.
Where's my Apple
You
Wallet?
can't delete it, so it's there somewhere.
Of course you can't. Why would you?
Oh, look at this. It's a Toys R Us reward coupon in here, and Toys R Us isn't even in business anymore. Do you remember Toys R Us?
Keep that memory.
That's right.
Yeah.
I land, and I have $7 in Apple Pay cash from $2 from Handsome Rob, and I think $5 from Hot Dog. You got to send some more of those requests. I land at 9:39 in LaGuardia on Monday.
Oh, perfect. You get here by 10:10.
Oh, cool, man.
But that's when the plane touches down.
Maybe it'll be early.
It's true.
Because it's the first flight. 6:30 it leaves
Not
Chicago.
the first flight landing at LaGuardia, though.
No, it won't.
And you have New York air traffic, which is LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark, which is why sometimes that's why so much time is added to the ticket because you have the air traffic of you're using the corridor, the Northwest Corridor.
That's right.
For 3 airports, the busiest.
I'll sneak in here for a dirty 30 on Monday.
Cool. You enjoy yourself from 11:15 to 11:45.
11:15 is your over.
I'll be in the gymnasium.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll never make it. 9:39.
Nope. 9:39.
Get it.
It's the first flight in.
For guess probably a 7 a.m. departure.
6:30.
6:30. Sorry, yes, that's 8. That's 7:30 here.
That's right.
Never make it,
Travis.
Never. What's the weather supposed to be like Sunday in Chicago, Monday morning?
I don't know.
No, you can look on the fucking apps.
Check your Apple Wallet.
Go now, find it.
Travis, you sent me a request for money. I didn't want you to request. That doesn't help me.
You got it, though.
No, I do got it.
Hold on, let's look on Chicago.
You're requesting the
See what the
specific
weather's
amount you
going to be
have.
like on Sunday morning.
Doing? Can we go to break?
No, we got to find out what the weather's going to be like in Chicago.
Cutting all this out of the replay.
No,
Right,
this is
hold
all
on.
very, very important. We got
Good stuff.
People are excited about the fact that I might do a dirty 30 coming in on.
Stop saying dirty 30.
Oh, look. So Monday, it's going to be only partially cloudy.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if Chicago is going to be rainy.
No,
Partially instead of partly.
It is partly. You're right.
you sound like an asshole right now, Jim.
Yeah, I do. Perfect.
Yeah, skies are going to be clear. We're going to land maybe a little early. I'll be in the car by 9:40.
Jesus, that was me. That was me. I'm sorry.
I'll bet I can get in that car. I'm not checking any bags. I never
Can't
check
help.
bags.
My eggs.
Was that you?
That was me. That one was me. That's a boisterous one.
Whew. That came out with some fury.
Yeah, it did.
I bet I'll get in the car by 9:45.
Nope.
Yeah, that's true. As they're flying over the airport,
Right.
if they fucking push you out the door and you land in the car.
Okay.
You ever wait for a cab there?
I don't have to wait for a cab. I got car service, dude.
Yeah, find in that car.
Who the
Call
fuck
them
you
and
think
tell
you're
them
talking to? A cab.
You call them and tell them what door you're coming out. So by the time you get to, it'll be after 10 by the time you get to the fucking door.
Last
Or when you guys
professional broadcaster
land.
in a cab.
When you land, just squeeze out the toilet like Leo in Catch Me If You Can.
That's smart.
Run down the runway,
Right.
get in a cab. You're going to save yourself 20 minutes.
Get in.
Yeah, and then you'll call the guy and go, I landed. He'll go, all right, well, you got to tell me what door you're coming out of. They won't let me wait. So you have to wait till you pull into the gate. Hopefully another plane will be there. Ladies and gentlemen, our
No.
gate's not ready.
Because LaGuardia now has the shuttle bus that takes you to where all the cars are parked.
Oh, you got to go to shuttle bus first.
Yeah, there's going to be so much traffic.
So
No.
convenient.
Shuttle bus is going to be
Oh,
fast.
shuttle bus to the car, always faster
I've
when
been in
leaving
that
the
bus.
airport.
That bus sucks.
No, because they have to wait for people to get on it. Much
I've
rather be
taken
on a
it many-
shuttle bus leaving.
I've taken it many, many times. It's very quick.
Yeah, nothing says get to the car faster than a shuttle bus.
The cars are all lined up right there.
Absolutely perfect. So you'll land,
Yep.
go to the gate. there's a plane in the gate. They're going to have to wait until we can.
Yeah, my plan is contingent on getting off the plane in a timely fashion.
Yep.
It is contingent on
We're
that.
going to have to wait for a few minutes. We'll have an update for you in about 10 minutes.
That would be, if they said that, I would feel my dirty 30 slipping away from me.
It looks like some racially ambiguous fella's not going to make his radio show. So we'll see.
I'd say, Captain, I'm trying to at least make it in for a dirty 30 on my radio show. Is that okay?
You will never make that.
Why are you even trying?
Well, I got my car here
Because
anyway.
he doesn't want to use it as technically a day off. He wants to be late. I understand.
You got your car here?
I got my car in the city, in the garage.
It's just going to sit here all weekend?
In the garage.
Can I grab it?
No.
Let's let Travis Dog use
Yeah,
it.
come on.
You don't have access to the garage.
I could use 2 cars.
No, man.
I could definitely use a car this weekend.
Yeah,
Actually.
give it to Troy.
Get a zip car, man.
Oh,
I
that's
got
nice.
yours. We're friends. Just let me use yours.
You don't have access to the garage I park in.
Give me access.
Yeah, just give him access, bro.
Yeah,
Be
yeah.
cool. Be cool about that.
Because other people get access to the garage and I take cabs. That's the life I live. Okay.
So what's going to happen is this. You're going to fucking get off the plane.
Tell me.
It's 9:39. You're going to land. It's always a little late. So you figure you land at
Sometimes it's early.
9:47. And sometimes, yeah, not on a fucking Monday morning.
Into New York?
No, forget it. No. You're not going to land until like, say, 9:44.
What if we leave Chicago early, though?
Good luck with that.
Okay.
Yeah, busiest airport in the world.
Even at 6:30 a.m.?
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause the Midwest, the time difference, of course.
Are you sure there might only be one flight leaving at 6?
That is true.
Could be, yeah.
We're going to be first up. Anticipating an early arrival.
One of
Love
one.
that.
Huh?
Don't you love hearing that?
Nothing. When I left Tampa, we're going to have a brief taxi. And by the time he was done talking, we were in the air. I was like, this guy's great. We fucking landed early. I was home by 8:40. I'd landed. But coming into New York,
Yeah.
this was Sunday morning. On a Monday morning, fucking forget it.
Not even for a dirty 30.
No. You might get a dirty 2.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh, that's
You're not getting a dirty 30.
2 still counts,
Sure.
right?
What? Who
You won't
cares?
make it.
A brand new 2 is what I'll drop on you?
If you came in right before, I would just end the show as I saw you coming down the hall.
No, you can't.
End early?
No, I'm gonna drop in with a brand new 2 for you.
You drop it too?
That's
No, the
right. I'm
problem
gonna
is
drop
you'll
a
never
brand
do-
new 2 on you.
You'll hit some traffic, and then coming in through the tunnel, fucking, you're out of your mind. You'll never make that. Coming in through the tunnel, you will not make, because even if on a good day,
But the rush hour will have been diluted.
not that
by
much.
it.
It's still New York. Getting in from fucking Queens.
still
What are you going to
Midtown
take the
Tunnel.
Midtown Tunnel, fucking 59th Street Bridge?
Take me to Queens.
You're not. Yes, take me to the.
That guy's
I think you're done.
Yes, fuck you.
You should leave your car home and then take the car directly home to Westchester, because there'll be less traffic going to Westchester than here.
I'll still see my.
drive to the airport and expense it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I take a nice car service.
Why?
Because I don't want to drive to the airport, leave my car there the whole time, and then have to expense it. Like, this is
Okay,
easier.
well then just go. Why don't you just go right from home to the airport?
What do you mean, go from home to the airport? I got to do this radio show.
Well then
He's leaving like right after this.
take a car service in.
I'm leaving here at 12:30, so I'll be able to chill with you guys. Don't worry about that.
No, we're not
Why
worried.
don't you
Maybe-
take the train in today?
Because I don't want to get on the train
Oh,
with
you're
all
leaving
my...
today.
Today.
Oh,
I don't
forget
want to
it.
get on the train with all my bags.
Yeah, he's got his bag in the office. We're putting
Cool.
stuff
See
in.
you Monday, Tuesday actually.
Tuesday.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Get
Getting,
excited for that dirty 30 coming at you Monday morning.
Disc man, and I'll ram it up your box.
Phil, easy. It's the guy's mother. All right, we'll be right back.
Is he reading the lyrics off the
Off
computer?
his laptop,
Probably. They
Yeah.
probably recorded it once, and then they're playing it now.
Learn it, motherfucker.
What a bunch of losers.
The keyboardist is the keyboardist from Toto. He's got to be super pumped.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, finally.
Why would he not learn the lyrics to be on television?
I have a theory. He's an asshole.
He also writes like a dozen songs a day, so he...
Big fucking deal. It's Toto.
Yeah, this is
Everybody
what he
No,
didn't
no,
write.
my point is that he forgets a lot of shit because he writes so
I
much
bet you
garbage.
this part. Watch, this is when I look at the
Oh.
audience. He'll know this part.
Let's see. He's still fucking reading. Could ever do. I did that without the lyrics.
I hope all of a sudden his screen goes black. Like, you know how his screen doesn't, you have to hit it?
Just the blue screen of death.
Yeah,
screensaver.
no, but you know how like the screensaver comes
Yeah.
up when your monitor shuts off and you don't touch the computer?
It's just child porn.
That really looks awful.
Screensaver.
Yeah, the singer from Toto must be like, what the fuck?
I wish I was in the back doing the words. I see the shadows, you suck at this song. Learn the lyrics, you cocksucker. Why am I singing these words?
I just think it's great that people are remembering how great this fucking song is.
It's a great song.
It's a great song.
Yeah, nobody's cared about this song for quite some
Any
time.
song that says Kilimanjaro in it is pretty good.
My favorite part is when he goes Serengeti.
Yeah.
It's a great part.
Yeah, this part too.
That's our favorite parts right there.
Yeah. Back to back. He's a good voice, though.
I love Weezer.
Oh, yeah.
Those two first records are with me forever.
First 4. I mean, yes, the first 2 are masterpieces, but
there's great things about those next 2 records.
Yes.
But it's kind of a fuckface thing to do, to be like, my voice is so good, I don't need to bother remembering the lyrics to Toto's Africa.
I guess, but there's so many rock stars that just use,
Yeah, they have dementia. You're thinking of that one documentary.
No.
You're thinking of Glenn Campbell.
No, Ozzy uses...
not gonna miss you.
Doesn't Ozzy use a screen?
Whoa.
Axl.
Axl, Eddie Vedder, like they all do.
Brian
Ozzy
Wilson.
does, but Ozzy's too busy rocking.
First of all,
That's true.
And he also is dyslexic.
Ozzy's dyslexic, Brian Wilson is out of his mind crazy, Axl is a fucking maniac, and Eddie Vedder is a lazy fuck, so...
Oh, that's great. Fucking Tom Arnold on the keyboard.
That's why he's so happy about it, too. Tom Arnold. He's just thinking about the fact that everybody hates Roseanne.
He looks like Tom Arnold in a Stuart Copeland wig.
Oh, my God. He just ran out. He can just stand on stage for the thing?
They're like, all right, get the fuck off.
Get the fuck off. There's a Weezer song.
It's our song now.
Just finish the song, asshole.
How about Rosanna's a good song, too?
He's like, you didn't even learn the lyrics, and I can only sit on stage for 30 seconds?
Well, he wasn't there the whole time?
No, he just ran up back.
Why?
He ran away. He's like, I'm the guy from Toto.
They covered Rosanna.
Did they or no?
Yeah. Well, so you know, this person's tweeting them for months, like, it's time to bless the rains down in Africa. It's time to bless the rains down in Africa, just over and over and over again, and it starts to become viral.
Maybe Twitter is awesome.
And then Weezer says, we're putting out our Toto cover, and it's Rosanna. And then a week later, they put out.
Oh, those geese.
Yeah.
Probably didn't learn lyrics to that song either.
I doubt it.
Do they have a cover record coming out?
No, I just think, they've always been very, into the internet for better or worse.
Yeah.
That was a very bland,
that's
gives a shit cover.
It's very safe.
I've never heard Weezer do a cover, though, that was like, oh, this is so different.
No, but it could have sounded more like Weezer,
Well, they did that cover of Buddy Holly.
Nope. That's not a cover.
Huh, I thought that wasn't a Buddy Holly song?
That's one of the best music videos ever.
It's great. I mean, wasn't that their first big...
Yeah.
Yeah.
What music video? Tell Daddy.
When they were on the set of Happy Days?
Yeah, Buddy
You never seen
Holly.
No.
That was like
Oh my God.
How have you never seen this?
Daddy like.
Stop it.
Doing that.
Yeah, this was huge.
Hey, what's up? I wanted to say that, Rivers, he always looks like he's reading in, like, every video.
Yeah, but in this one...
He always, like, stares at a spot.
His eyes were locked on... The spot that he was locked onto was a random laptop screen.
Do you remember Fonzie's dance?
Yeah, but it's possible that, like, he just... Because he always looks at something, like a screen or a prompter or something like that, like in everything. So it's not surprising that he's just staring at it, but I bet he knows the words.
All right, if you say so. He could have been looking at young Asian girls, I guess.
Fonzie's dance is not good.
No. Fonzie was a very overrated dancer. He was very overrated as a dancer.
Do you remember the fucking dance he would do? He did that one...
I mean, you were really great. Thanks, Al. Sensational.
That's good technology, right?
Try the fish tonight?
It's amazing.
That's not so good, Al.
That's not Rivers.
Good, Al. Yeah.
Yeah, that was his thing. Yeah. The worst was old sitcoms when the guy would have to do his thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so obvious. Yeah. There's no reason for that.
They just have to fit it in somewhere.
Yeah.
That was a Spike Jones video.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was a
He
weird...
did Sabotage. Spike Jones is the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was well done. All right.
I like Spike Jones and Michel Gondry. Michel Gondry was incredible.
Hey, is there audio, by the way, of Kathy Griffin talking about Kevin Hart, or is this only...
I didn't hear any audio.
I've read it.
I read it. And
I like Kathy, but I don't agree with her.
I was reading this. So Kathy Griffin is talking about Kevin Hart. And she said that Kevin Hart, she says she attended a Kevin Hart set. I do feel like this is such an anxiety-ridden time for everyone that there's a thirst for all kinds of comedy. And look, if you want to hear about Trump at all, if you do not want to hear about Trump at all, go see Kevin Hart. He doesn't even mention Trump. I personally think that's a bitch move. Or
is it bitch or shit move?
A
or
shit
whatever?
move or something because he's a black man. But I guess he's selling more tickets than I ever will.
Here's the thing, like, again, she has the right to talk about what she wants. But just because Kevin's black doesn't mean he should address anything in particular. Kevin might be of the mindset like, hey, man, I don't want people to think about that stuff during my set. Some people use comedy as pure escapism.
Yeah.
And that's maybe what he's doing. Like when Cosby, he was doing just... If he was still the Cosby we knew and doing stand-up, he wouldn't have mentioned Trump a lot. He might have mentioned one joke. He might have mentioned it all.
Maybe Kevin doesn't like talking about it.
Maybe he doesn't feel like talking about it.
Maybe he's got a movie career to worry about and he's figuring out a way to also do comedy and it works.
Or he's bored with it. Or he just has no interest in it. Or Kevin looks at it like everyone else is doing that, so I'm going to do my thing and not talk about it.
I don't think Kevin Hart needs to worry about taking any comedy advice from Kathy Griffin personally.
I don't think anybody should tell anybody the comic what to talk. You talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. That's the beauty of it.
Because isn't she basically saying if you're a black comedian, you should talk about Donald Trump?
Black man.
I don't think if you're black, you're obligated. Or if you're white, you're not obligated to discuss politics or anything else if you don't want to.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Kevin talks about whatever he feels like talking about on stage. That's how it works.
Right.
And people who go to see him, they might love it. His audience, 17,000 people a night, might be like, I'm so glad not to have to fucking hear about Trump.
Yeah, maybe you're going there to escape that shit.
Some people do, man. Some people don't want to hear it.
I do.
If he were clearly avoiding something, like if there was something that involved him and Trump and he wasn't addressing it, then it would stick out like a sore thumb. But beyond that, he's under no obligation to talk about politics.
And he would also, by the way, if he bashed Trump in his set, he would probably get a fucking ovation because his crowd is probably not huge Trump fans.
Absolutely. Young people.
But he's got a movie career and he probably doesn't feel like talking about it. He's probably bored of it. He could certainly have funny Trump jokes.
Right.
So no, I don't agree with her on that. Like if she wants to talk about Trump, she absolutely should. She should go out and bash Trump all she wants.
Yeah, it's fine. But don't tell other comics how to do it, especially when they're really successful.
Yeah, and I especially when you can't base it on because you're black, you should discuss. That's like saying that all black people should have the same opinion politically, or there shouldn't be black conservatives. Talk about whatever the fuck you want.
Right. And Kathy Griffin doesn't need to be the voice for Black America.
Yeah, or anybody. I mean, even if a black comic was telling another black comic, no, it doesn't work that way. You're an individual and you fucking speak about whatever you feel like speaking about.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I didn't agree with that at all, man. Like,
do you have World Cup fever?
I don't care about it. I'll tell you, a friend of mine is, one of my trainers is a big World Cup fan. And so at the end of the training session, they stretch you. It's a non-sensual stretch. It's actually an unpleasant experience.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
It's not. But she had me on the thing and she positioned me so she could watch the World Cup.
Really?
Yes, she's a big World Cup fan. Her and some other trainer were talking about it.
I know that there's a game going on right now.
Anthony's losing his mind.
He is.
Why?
Well,
he bet on the 8 a.m. game.
That's good.
And they just scored a goal. Whoa! I've never heard him this excited about anything.
Well, I'm glad he placed a bet on the 8 a.m. game because he knew that he didn't have anything to pay attention to in the morning anyway.
Yeah.
Are we excited in there, Anthony? I heard him...
Yeah, we heard somebody cheering. I've never heard that.
Fuck yeah, I'm excited. They scored in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
So what that means,
now,
they're probably going to
win? Imagine if you brought
the first goal, by the way. Is that the first goal?
Yeah.
1-0 after 9. Soccer fucking stinks.
I mean, you can't miss a minute. You can't miss a minute.
90 minutes and there's one goal? Fuck you.
And then there's extra time. What do they call that?
Extra time.
Extra time.
Yeah, that's right.
See, I know
Extra time.
Shit.
Why inject that with creativity?
No wonder that fucking sport can't catch on in America.
What should we name the extra time?
What about extra time?
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, I can't stand it.
It's dumb. It's dumb. And it really gets irritating when people run around here like they're all soccer fans all of a sudden.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Isn't it annoying?
So people walk around with their stupid jerseys on.
You never wear that jersey.
No.
I never hear you talk about soccer. Now you got a jersey all of a sudden.
Russia beat the shit out of Saudi Arabia. That's the game that was on.
And who are we betting on, Anthony?
We bet Uruguay against Egypt today.
Yeah.
Oh.
1-0 after 90 minutes. Go fuck yourself.
So I remember Anthony, you saying that you didn't want to bet on the NBA finals because you didn't know anything about basketball. Who are some of the standouts of Uruguay's soccer team?
Suarez.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're familiar.
I got a soccer guy.
Yeah. Jeff Suarez.
Luis Suarez.
Your soccer guy let you know. Oh.
My soccer guy told me to bet it all on Belgium.
Hit you back with the facts, didn't he?
Thanks a lot. I wasn't really sure. I thought his name was Jeff. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for telling me.
Stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
You got a soccer guy that let you know what you should be paying attention to?
Yep, he tells me to bet Belgium for the whole thing. I did.
Did anything in your head go like, okay, I got all this enthusiasm for this game. I got the tweet last night that you were thinking about it. Did you ever think to yourself, imagine if I were this enthusiastic about the thing going on in the morning that is guaranteed to make me money?
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch the game. Somebody tweeted at me that they just scored.
I heard the emotions coming from you, and I've never felt those emotions myself. I've never felt them. Travis, have you?
No.
What are you eating?
Tuna sandwich.
That was good.
It's delicious.
Sandwich. Tuna sandwiches.
Tuna, cheese, tomatoes, green peppers.
I don't know if it had cheese on it, but I do love a good tuna sandwich.
Cheddar cheese, not just like American.
Where'd you get that?
Wherever we get breakfast.
Where'd you get that from? Is there a tuna sandwich shop around here? Somebody making tuna sandwiches?
I haven't had tuna fish in years.
You want the other half?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Want to share my sandwich?
No, thank you.
We can share it.
we can split it. Yeah.
Tuna fish.
Who are we betting on this weekend? Tiny Anthony.
Belgium now because I have no idea about soccer. So I'm just going to leave it with Belgium. I hope Belgium wins.
But if Uruguay won,
well, they're winning. They haven't won yet. What does 90 plus 3
How
mean?
long are these
There's
guys?
3 minutes of extra time.
What is the fucking extra time? What is that?
I believe if there's like a penalty on the field, they have to stop the clock, and then but the clock keeps going, so they just add the whatever.
Do they do
time
any
stops.
commercials in soccer or no?
No.
So it's just 90 straight minutes?
45.
How long is the break in between?
They do commercials in between the two.
10, 15 minutes.
That's what they said. That's one reason it probably didn't take off in America is the advertising because there was hard to make money off it. And that's why they have the signs in the field.
Well, yeah, because they couldn't go to commercial break. You might miss some of the action, right?
Yeah.
You might miss the one thing that happens in the 90-minute game. So are all the games have extra time?
Yeah, because never mind.
Take a bite of your tuna
What are you
fish.
doing? No, Travis, quick. Wait.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, Howie.
Okay. You got tuna fish in your mouth?
Yep.
What are you scheduled for 10?
Yeah, but he might have been early.
You're not early.
What'd you say?
So he might have been early.
Are all the games they have extra time?
Ton of fish.
Well, yeah, because there's always like,
You're swallowing like Sam Roberts in front of an important person eating something he doesn't like.
Exactly. There's like penalties or
Don't hurt
like
yourself.
injuries or whatever. The clock keeps going even though they stop playing.
So why don't they just stop the clock?
I don't know.
Because they're fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Or just make it a 93-minute game.
Dumb.
It's not extra time if it happens every game.
I'm sure somebody knows. I don't know anything about
Because they're
soccer.
dicks.
How can it possibly be extra time?
I'll tell you how. They're dicks.
You're probably right on this one, Jim. You're probably right.
So now that there's 5 extra minutes, how long have they been playing, Travis?
I don't know. Let me eat my tuna fish.
But why aren't we betting on Uruguay anymore if they won?
We'll move on to the next one. I want you guys you guys can pick whatever I want to bet for the 11 o'clock.
Let it ride.
What's playing at 11 o'clock? Who's playing?
I can't see.
Morocco and Iran?
Yeah. Who should I take?
Morocco.
Yeah.
They're closer to being friends than Iran.
That's right.
That's okay.
Although Iran is badass. They're bad guys. Who do you like to vote on? The good guy or the villain?
I'm a bad guy, man.
Bad guy.
If you're looking for the heels.
I love a good heel.
Iran's the heels.
Yeah, I'm going to have to bet Iran then.
Yeah, I think you got to go Iran.
Fair enough.
Who would you take, Travis?
Yeah, it's Jim and Sam, not Jim and Sam and Travis.
Yeah.
JST. It's the new show.
Terrible name.
It's a good show. Hey, Jerry Springer is going to be is ending after 27 years. It's heartbreaking.
Reportedly.
Yeah,
they haven't officially announced it, but yeah, I think it's probably done.
And Maury's the only one left. They talked.
Is it heartbreaking though? I mean, 27. It's a pretty decent run.
Ricky Lake came and went.
That's right.
Sally Jesse Raphael came and went.
Jenny Jones
came and went.
Charles Perez.
I don't remember Charles Perez.
He was a very limited run.
Donahue was before him, right?
Donahue was the original. Yeah, Donahue was not a troll like a fucking a white trash show like that. Donahue had like Khalid Muhammad and Farrakhan. He had a few.
He
of
liked
those,
to get the arguments going though.
but he would get real. Yeah, but he would have important guests.
What about the guy who would smoke cigars all the time? Morton Downey Jr.
That's right. Well, he's cigarettes. Did he smoke cigars or cigarettes?
I don't know.
Cigarettes. Yeah, he was. You're right. He was around that. He was before any of these guys.
He was before.
You're right. He was. But Springer, 27 years. Maury is still. How long when did Maury start? Was he 95?
Maury started only like 25, I think.
He started in 2014.
Oh, see, I thought it was before that.
It's only been a couple years. Yeah,
it's
only been a couple
91,
years.
September of 91. So right around when Jerry Springer started.
I love what Maury did with his show. He just decided like 3 episodes work. Let's just do those 3 episodes over and over again.
Wow. I want to know why he's still going and Jerry's not.
Well, because I think that
his show's calmer, Maury's?
Maury's shows are a little bit calmer in the sense that they're not fights, but Jerry's show is looked at as fake and entertainment. And people still believe the paternity results on Maury.
Well, they're true, aren't they?
I don't know. But they are definitely perceived to be true. So I think people just... Maury's a little bit of an easier watch, and you know what you're getting. You can watch your paternity show, right?
I think Maury loves doing it.
He does.
Who knows if Jerry still loves doing
it? You remember when he was in here
loves it.
last time?
Yeah, with Andrew Schultz?
Yes. And he loved talking about it.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Maury.
Yeah.
Jerry didn't care. We didn't give one shit about his show.
Well, Jerry was a mayor first, too. Like, Jerry's politically minded.
He likes prostitutes.
He likes prostitutes. Pays with a check. He's a good boy.
He'll pay for a prostitute with a check.
I love Jerry Springer.
He is.
How do you not?
He's great. I love him. I mean, I think that he's okay with a break, though. I think he's made his money for sure. And he's okay.
I'd love to know how much he makes a year from doing that show. Because it couldn't be that high a production cost.
Well, in the article, it said what he was making in like 2000.
$1 billion?
No.
I'm so old I can't read this shit.
Put your glasses on, Papa.
It said
$30 million 5-year contract in 2000. So $6 million a year back then.
Yeah.
Well, you did that math real quick. That was impressive. I was like $30 million a year, 5 years. Wait, 30 million over 5, and you had 6. You just threw it out there. I was like, holy shit. That was incredible.
Well, you know.
I was impressed.
Well, you know.
You must have did good on your SATs or something.
I really did.
Yeah, I think that, so if he was making $6 million in 2000,
yeah,
by now, he must have been making just a tremendous amount
Close
of money.
to $10 million. But again, the shows are not as popular as they used to be. They're on probably smaller, aren't they on smaller networks than they used to be?
Yeah, he could be making less now.
Oh, but they're syndicated too.
They're syndicated. I bet he's making more now.
Yeah, but he had like 10 million viewers back then. He's only got like...
Its heyday, he remained a commodity. Okay, that wasn't its heyday. It was Apex 98, was 1998. He topped Oprah's ratings briefly with a daily audience of 10 million. I guess that's 20 years ago. He probably does 3 million people now, 2 million people, but it doesn't matter because the production is not that much money. It's just a bunch of regular people coming in. You're not paying celebrities to be on. You're not,
no way.
There's no real location cost. It's just a bunch of people in studio yelling at each other.
Just hiring some out-of-work actors to pretend to hate each other.
Yeah, or they're just real people that they feed.
Yeah.
You know,
like food?
No. Feed the story.
Hey, you want to come? You hungry?
Craft services?
Yeah, I'll listen, Travis. Oh, I'm gonna come. I want to lick your cunt. It's hot. Fucking hot, man.
I had a friend that did their show in the 90s.
Jerry?
Yeah, did his show.
Was it?
So they basically say that they don't care that this plot is fake. You have to just stick with it. Right. And at that time, I believe that I'm going back like 20 years, but I believe when you could fight on the show, that you got a certain amount for each hit that you would get.
Oh, that's dope. That's awesome. And that was the heyday of Springer.
I mean, yeah, that was
like the peak,
like 96.
It's amazing how big that show became. That was the biggest show for a couple of years.
Remember, they did videotapes that you could buy.
Oh, yeah, Too Hot for TV.
Yeah.
Of the fights, right? All that stuff, yeah.
That was like the VHS tapes. It was Girls Gone Wild, and it was Springer, Too Hot for TV.
Too Hot for TV, that's right.
And they would clearly just do shows like, I'm a nudist and a porn star. And Jerry would just interview this girl while she was naked the whole time. And it was clearly just done for the VHS
Do you think that those would sell now, or no, people would not be impressed?
I don't know if people would be impressed.
There's some really hardcore things on
free
online.
internet.
Oh, boy.
The Girls Gone Wild empire, I think, has diminished as well.
It really has. That whole need for that, because it's for fucking Pornhub.
Girls flashing titties on a boat. The business plan was so smart, though, because they'd get infomercials going on Comedy Central at like 2 o'clock in the morning, where you would almost see titty. And you'd get so worked up and frustrated. And it was like you had internet, but it was 56K, and like the tube sites weren't everywhere, so it wasn't that easy. And you just get all worked up. I mean, I remember being like a teenager. I never ordered them because I didn't have a credit card. You were a little older. I didn't have a credit card, though, but I wanted to. And they would get you. It'd be like a Columbia House type deal where they would go, you order it, and then they'll keep sending you a Girls Gone Wild video every month, right?
Yeah.
Did you order them?
I ordered Girls Gone Wild, yeah.
I never liked Girls Gone Wild.
Did you end up with a subscription?
I don't remember how it worked. I remember I did get a couple of them. This is like, it was hard to get porn.
It was a lot more difficult.
By the way, back then, Springer was making $3 to $4 million a year. Bob Barker was pulling in $10 million a year. Because that show was so...
He must have owned a part of it, too.
That's a good point. He probably did.
Executive producer
you're right.
Or something.
He probably did. Because that was obviously... And we're going to put Howie where I was putting there. It's a little easier.
Yeah.
That was... you're right. He probably was a partial owner of it, but that's still... It was an easy gig.
I bet Drew Carey's not bringing in 10.
No. But he's probably making good money. Who's the highest paid judge? I'm going to guess it's Judy. Was she making $50 million a year?
Judge Judy is collapses like everybody on television.
Yeah.
Judge Judy is by far the highest paid judge.
She was making a lot of cake for the Judy.
That's right. That's really cute the way you did that.
$47 million a year.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, she's in 21 years.
Yeah, by a mile. Because she was also, I mean, no judge was famous like she was. Although now, I prefer to watch Judge Marilyn Milian. And I watch the People's Court.
I mean, I could do that.
And they just paint up Doug Llewellyn.
I love Doug Llewellyn.
He's still on. They paint him up to make it look like he's not 80 years old.
Let me see Doug Llewellyn now with his dumb upper lip.
Yeah.
His thin lip.
It's either a wig or a really, really, really dyed hair job. And then they just cake him with makeup. So it looks the same. That top picture, if you go up, the one with Marilyn Milian, that one. So like they really make him up so he looks the same.
They airbrushed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they airbrushed the photo. I mean, they put the the Vaseline filter over the camera lens so you can't see it. But if you're looking,
let me see a video.
Oh wait, yeah, scroll down
Doug
just a
Llewellyn
little.
2018.
See that picture of him putting his jacket on? Yeah. Yeah, it's really difficult to see, but you see, it's not really HD either.
He's probably had a lot of work done. Let me see a Doug Llewellyn 2018 video. I want to see Doug Llewellyn.
And like his conversations are not good. Like I don't think he's following what's going on. I don't know why they're using Doug Llewellyn on the People's Court anymore.
Oh, he was back. Was he gone for a while? Why am I excited?
Yeah. He was gone for a long time.
Where's Rusty Burrell? He shit his pants again?
He did. Unfortunately, he defecated all over himself.
Judge Wapner died.
Judge Wapner.
He was 90 when he fucking died. Joseph Wapner.
A while ago, they did Ed Koch on this show as the judge.
Oh, there's an exclamation point to let you know Doug Llewellyn's back.
That was the big announcement. Yeah, People's Court, they had Judge Wapner. He died. Then they did Judge Ed Koch for a while. He's dead too, right?
Ed Koch died.
But he was the judge on People's Court for a while. Then they did Judge Jerry.
And then he said, how am I doing?
That's right, he did. Then they did Judge Jerry, who's Judge Judy's husband. And he sucked.
He was not good?
He was terrible. And then they replaced him with the great judge, Judge Marilyn Milian, she's terrific. Yeah. I love Judge Marilyn.
I don't. I like Joe Brown.
You like Judge Joe Brown?
I did. I enjoyed it. Hi, Howie. Good to see you.
How are you, buddy?
Howie Mandel's coming in. Do you watch any of these courtroom TV shows?
I love courtroom TV shows.
Do you like Judge Marilyn Milian from the People's Court?
I watch them all. Yeah, she's okay.
Right.
She's all right.
Right.
You like Joe Brown, you said?
I do, yeah. I'm not a huge fan, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick him.
You don't have to pick one.
You're probably right. I could probably enjoy all of them.
Yeah. There's no reason to pick one.
I guess that's
and
true.
For me, I don't really watch for the judges. I love the, I'm calling them contestants. I love the...
They are contestants.
They really are.
Yeah.
And they're kind of cast. But they're funny.
They're amazing.
But they don't know they're funny.
Exactly.
And that's why they're funny.
Right.
But don't you get your if you lose, you get it paid for? Don't they pay for it? So you're really not losing anything by going on television. I think they do pay for it.
Yeah, but you lose dignity.
Yeah, a lot of dignity.
A lot of dignity.
Yeah,
and these
dignity
people have no
down.
idea. These arguments do not hold up in humanity. And it's just, this is my ex-wife, and she took my lawnmower.
Right.
And she said she was going to give me $40. And I have a note here. If you'd like to look at it.
Can I see the note? Can I see the note?
Well, it's not the actual note. It's a copy of the note that I made with a pencil.
Yeah.
And would you like to look at it?
My favorite is they go well, I borrowed his car and then I got a speeding ticket. So he's asking me to pay the speeding ticket. The guy's just because it's my car, and they go back and forth.
And I love
they make 15 minutes out of it. It's
how
amazing.
petty people are.
Yeah.
People are very, very petty, and this is what keeps us from murdering each other. The fact that we can go to court and work it out. It's not about $40.
But that's not
they
court.
hate each other.
That's TV.
Right.
It's TV. If you have a major problem and you really believe this is a problem, you can't solve it on TV.
No.
But that's all of TV. When you're watching The Bachelorette.
Right.
I love how earnest people are when they go, I just want to make sure you're here for the right reasons.
It's amazing. I watch it too.
Yeah, so do I. But I'm thinking every time they say that, I don't think he's here for the right reason.
Right.
I am here for true love.
They get to episode 7, and they start to question, wait a minute, is he here just for the cameras, or is he here for me? He didn't even know you before he got
Have any of them worked out? Have any of them actually worked out where they evolve into a real relationship and stay together past the next season when they're not on TV?
Why are you talking about episode 7? Everybody gets out of that car and goes, I think we should spend the rest of our lives together.
That's right.
Who has ever done that?
That's right.
I don't know, but it's like a romantic thing. You do hear older couples that have these weird stories that I met him at a cafe.
You just want romance.
I do. I said, if you walk me home, I'll marry you. And then all of a sudden they're married 50 years later. Yeah.
Older couples.
Yeah,
when you are 80, when you are 70, you think tomorrow, if you think you're going to die tomorrow, then fall in love today. If you are young and you feel like the whole world is ahead, don't beg for a fucking rose.
Right.
How did you meet you married 38 years, which is, how did you meet your wife?
Reality show,
on a
right?
TV show.
Yeah, that's
I don't remember. Oh, we were in the same area. We were just I knew her before I married her. Well, you can't marry strangers, but you can.
Yeah.
But I knew her. I knew her, and my friends dated her.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I met her from my friend dating, and then she dated another friend, and then I tried, and then she just said no to me, and then she dated another. She was with everyone, so I figured, why not?
Why not? It was your turn.
It was my turn,
right?
So
did it ruin your friendship
with my friends or her?
Your friend? Did you ruin your friendship when you dated his ex?
Yes,
it did, right?
Yes, it did. But I'm still with her, and I'm not with him.
Did that ever get back, that friendship, or no?
No, I don't care.
You know,
I don't really care about old friends.
If you came in and you were like, yeah, I mean, I've been with my wife for 38 years, but I really miss my friend. It's almost like, what choice did you make?
Well, there are moments.
Yeah, well, you wonder, did it ruin a good friendship? Sometimes that stuff is irreparable, and sometimes, 5 years later, it gets
But
fixed.
people say you've been married for 38 years to the same woman. Can I be honest with you? Like, when I married her, she was like 23 and wild and crazy and fun, and I'll be honest, this is not the same woman. She's got the same name.
How many years in did it change?
What?
How many years in did it change?
Oh, right after I do. I do.
Right.
They don't say change.
Yeah.
Is the word that they leave off of the vowel.
I do change.
I do
change.
Yeah, no, it's very different when I know I'm happily married. I'm thrilled to be married. She gets.
Well, you're probably not the same guy, or are you?
No, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not. She's mad at me now for. Do you guys go to the bathroom in the shower?
Piss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even when there's no water running.
She doesn't want me shitting in the shower.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And it's not like I don't spend a half hour trying to push everything down the drain. She's against that.
Right. Well, you're a good husband like that.
I am.
You just shove it in.
And it's all gone by the time.
Yeah. Right. But the problem is, it's under the fingernails.
Oh, he's
pushing it down.
Oh, you're right.
That's the issue. She doesn't like that.
She doesn't like that. No.
How long into being married did you start to get worried about germs? Was that like from the beginning, or did you hit her with that?
That's why she was the cleanest girl in the city. So that's why I went out with her. I have always been a germaphobe. I've always been a germaphobe.
So she knew that from the beginning.
She knew that from the beginning. She had to walk on towels, and I had to hose her off, and it was just it's been a nightmare for her.
Did you hose her off before every date?
Before every encounter.
I see.
Wow.
Just
like fucking Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction.
Yes, I'm coming home now.
Right.
Get the hose ready.
There's a chemical shower right above your doorway, right? You just pull.
She's actually been a saint and deserves a medal for being a part of whatever my whirlwind of existence is.
How is it? Is it better for you now, or is it the same?
It's actually better because I'm like this at this particular moment, as you ask. My medication is really working, but there are ebbs and flows to medication. So right now, I am so medicated that I have yes, I'm good.
What does the medication do for you? Does it make it we just don't obsess as much, or what is the medication? How does it help you?
Well, just I've lost all sense of fear.
Oh.
I have no fear.
That's probably not the best thing.
It's not a good thing. It sounds like a good thing, but I have none. I can't get my adrenaline to flow. I have no fear. You could drop me off the top of a fucking building. It feels like I am sitting talking to you.
Does it mess you? I'm always scared. They want to put me on stuff for different reasons. I'm always scared it's going to mess up my timing or the ability to think fast on my feet. But obviously, you sound normal to me. You don't sound any different. It doesn't fuck up your thinking?
Okay.
No. It hasn't. See what I did there?
Oh, you're funny.
Do you see what I did?
Yeah.
You guys are really funny too. I should mention that also this Saturday there's an Instagram. Do you ever watch animals doing things?
I've seen animals do stuff.
Yes.
No, not in general.
In German films.
That's not what's on Nat Geo this Saturday. Howie Mandel's Animals Doing Things. I have a new show based on the app, based on the Instagram page.
Oh. And you just get to announce, like, hey, here's a tiger doing something.
That's exactly what I do.
That's a great gig.
No more, it's so stupid that they would hire me to do that, but they did. And it's just, the animals are doing things. Howie Mandel is doing nothing.
Just announcing what the animals are doing.
And getting paid. Okay, now here's a raccoon. I don't even talk about it. Just does things, and you could watch that for yourself. I have nothing to do with it.
Right.
I have the easiest jobs in the world. I'm the judge on AGT. It's not really a judge. I'm doing what people are doing at home alone in their underpants on the couch. They give me pants and a check, and I go and do the
That's a fun gig, isn't it? Where you just kind of show up and talk about people who are performing. That's a fun gig.
How does, like you guys probably have to, there's a some preparation that goes into this show.
A level of preparation, sure.
Very little, yeah.
I love it. You know what I'm noticing? So we're here at Sirius Radio, and there is probably, I don't know how many shows at once going. Like there's probably 20, 30 different shows in different booths, and you're in little glass aquariums, radio aquariums, and you can walk down the hall and you go, oh, there's that show, and there's that show, and you could wave it down. But you are enclosed in drapery.
That's right.
Why?
That's right.
Why?
Because if there's nudity on the screen, we can't have the curtains open because it's like a human resources issue.
Jim likes to look up photos of analingus before every show.
Yes.
We don't want people
photos
walking
of me
around
performing it. Yeah, we like to have nudity on the screen.
I didn't know. Then how come? But there is no nudity right now.
Not now. There's
do you want some?
Up.
Because we're fine for it because we got the curtains.
If you'd like to see anything, we'll show you.
Yeah, and just show me stuff, but I won't. We don't have to talk about it or anything.
That's right.
It's just there you go. Okay.
So, wow. Troy went right for it.
You can see the insides of that young
yeah,
lady.
That's a very graphic. That's from a Quincy episode.
Yeah.
That's like, oh my God.
I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Now
Howie,
it's
I'm
hard
sorry.
to concentrate, but there's more curtains.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you know.
That's when you know it's good stuff.
Really?
So let's go back to Howie.
Wait, Howie's enjoying that. He's a man.
He wants to
Can
see
we just sit quiet
and watch nude photos?
Yeah, I heard you on Jim Norton and Sam Roberts this morning. You guys weren't talking. You were just looking at pictures.
You said nothing.
I love that.
That's right.
Why can't they just enjoy? You know, they say silence is golden.
Sure.
I think there's got to be more silence on radio. There really has to be people who are driving right now and people who are listening to the show. Maybe they just want us to shut the fuck up and give you a moment wherever you are.
Let's give you a moment to center yourself now.
That's it.
That's it.
How was the show this morning with Howie? Well, I had some time to myself.
Yeah, right. And that's relaxing.
It is relaxing. It's never quiet. It's just yap, 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 yap.
How does Howard compare to, or I guess now Simon, compare to doing the show with Howard?
Very different.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the biggest difference, and I love Howard, and I'm a huge fan of Howard, and I'm a friend of Howard, but I'll tell you but here's the thing, you know that because like you know, it's Howard has to get up early. I don't know if you guys get up early. Do you get up early?
Not as early as he does, but we get up. Yeah, we have to be on. We start at 8. So yeah.
So you start at 8. So, but he's up at like 4 in the morning.
Right.
So when he was part of America's Got Talent, not only did they move the show to New York, but we started promptly, maybe at 10 or maybe at 11. When he finished, if it was a radio day, then he had to go do the radio. And then we would work till maybe 6 or 7 at night and then be gone. Simon, on the other hand, I don't think he has seen noon. I don't think he's ever seen 1. I don't think he's up at about 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Wow.
So we don't start shooting till 4 or 5 and we go till 1 in the morning.
What is it about that chair that they just let that person make the schedule?
That's the alpha chair. That's the alpha chair.
Like,
well, he switched chairs from Howard. That was my chair. But well, first of all, but it's about those guys. Listen,
shouldn't it just be like the show starts at this time? Like this is. So be there at this time.
Well, if you want to get somebody to be on the show, if they want Howard or if they want Simon Cowell, there's certain probably concessions they had to make, and that was one of them.
Yeah, and that's who these people are. The thing I remember most about Howard is, so they moved the whole show here to New York. And Heidi, Mel B, and at that time Nick Cannon lived in California. So the 3 of us lived in California. So we, in August, it goes live. We had to get on Tuesdays. We got on a plane in Los Angeles, All three of us were on the same plane. We flew for 6 hours. We land here. They drive us into the city. We have to go to the hotel, change, put on clothes, take a quick shower, go down to Radio City Music Hall after 7 hours, and then we're going to go live. And we'd be walking down the hall, and Howard would be walking the other way, and Howard would go, "Oh, the fucking traffic." Are you kidding me?
How does that not start fights eventually? Like, how do you guys not start resenting the fact that we're all uprooting ourselves?
You know what? Well, I don't think Mel, Heidi, myself, or Nick have that gene of resentment.
Gotcha.
I think we were thrilled to be working with Howard. It was fun being here in New York. It was fun being at Radio City Music Hall. It's fun working with Simon, too. Simon is gives the show a gravitas. He's got, on Billboard right now, maybe 4 or 5 spots with all his talent. So when he, and I don't know if you watched last week or if you've seen it on YouTube, but my Golden Buzzer is going to be the new biggest star. There's this 13-year-old little awkward girl that becomes Janis Joplin and just has exploded and has had over 100 million hits.
Incredible.
On digital since Tuesday.
By the way, which schedule do you prefer? The Howard schedule where you're done by 6 p.m. or this one where you go till 1 a.m.?
It depends what time of day you ask me. And I know you just asked me now. In the morning, I was never happy to get up early in the morning. I'm not really a morning person,
right,
but I want to go home at night. So if you ask me at 11 or 12 at night, if you're happy still being here, I'd like to be home.
Sure.
Or someplace. But I love, sitting there. If I'm going to be up late, I might as well watch these amazing and sometimes ridiculous acts.
Well, the show business, it feels like things should be done at night. It's more natural to watch somebody performing at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. than it is at 3 in the afternoon.
Well, have you ever had to do comedy? Have you ever done comedy in the morning? Like, I'll get hired
for nooners. Yeah, they're terrible.
Corporate thing where it's brunch. When they smile or laugh, you shouldn't see eggs in somebody's teeth. I don't want to see eggs.
Yeah, no, I don't do particularly well at those gigs, but the afternoon gigs are never good. They're never fun. They're
never.
It's not meant. You're not meant to be doing stand up at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
No, you're not. It needs to be not in daylight. Not in any daylight.
Well, it's like when you do an early show, a Saturday 6 p.m. show in a club, and they have like curtains that's blacked out, but you can see a little bit of daylight coming through the side of the curtain. You're like, this just feels. People aren't as loose. It just feels wrong to be doing this with daylight.
And speaking of things happening at unnatural times, did you wake up to watch your girl in the royal wedding?
No, because I resent her for not inviting me.
So that resentment gene did pop in.
It did.
It did.
You remember
yes.
that I was just talking about that. Yeah, I guess there's one thing.
Why weren't you invited?
Because the whole cast of Suits was there, but she was also on
Deal or No
Deal, and there's only you. You're the host. You're the show.
And that was a big break for her.
Huge.
I don't know that she would have gotten Suits if it wasn't for me.
I don't think so.
Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
I don't remember her at all. Nothing. I was told that she was a Deal or No Deal girl.
Right.
I was shown the pictures. I was there. She was there. I don't remember her.
Right. But you have the photos with the princess girl, but you don't know.
I have no idea.
Right.
I don't know anything about her.
So maybe you didn't talk to her. Maybe she's hiding in the hallway and you were distracted and you blew her off, and then she's now the princess. She's like, I'm not inviting him. He wasn't nice to me when I worked with him.
So even the name, they said Meghan Merkel. You were like, I've never heard of that person before in my life.
I didn't know that name.
Right.
I did not know that name. I don't know. And I'm trying to
have a moment in your memory, right?
Yeah, because the pictures are everywhere. Everywhere I go, people are talking about her, and I'd like to pop one thing.
What's your fondest memory with her?
Yeah, your best Meghan Merkel memory from Deal or No Deal.
Meghan
Markle? Merkel? Do you know her name, Howie?
Hang on. Oh, there was one time I'll never forget this. I said to her, Megan, open the case. And she did. She just, that thing just cracked open, and I don't remember the amount of money, but I remember that.
The way she opened it was good.
That show is coming back now.
I saw
to
that.
CNBC, and you know what the beauty of it is, and for no other reason but to create another Duchess.
Yeah, it's important.
How great would it be if you guys could get her to do it? Don't. You
know what? I love that. We didn't even ask. We're going to ask.
You should
because
ask.
You didn't know she was on.
Would she do one episode without it being announced, without being talked about? No one mentions it. She just does the show, and that's the end of it.
What night are you going to be on CNBC?
I don't know.
Okay, because I watch CNBC at night.
Oh, you do?
Because I got a couple shows that I like on there.
Right.
And I get mad when other shows replace those shows.
Would you get mad if my show replaced
No,
your
because
show?
I do like Deal or No Deal.
Okay.
I could see myself watching that show.
I don't think that we're going to throw another show out.
I know, because they sit there and they'll do like Shark Tank from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I love those nights.
Yes.
And so when they put on like a different show, I won't mention because now you're in the CNBC family. I don't want to throw that under the bus.
No, don't throw it under the bus.
But
I
a different
love
show that's
everything.
not Shark Tank, I'll be like, where's Shark Tank?
But Deal or No Deal, brand new episodes. And Deal or No Deal, that is a great home for it. It's there
It makes
anyways.
sense.
It does make sense.
It makes sense. It's money.
It's money. It's negotiating.
Right.
It's greed.
It's the royal family,
It's the
potentially.
Well,
Yes.
potentially.
Potentially.
Not necessarily, but potentially.
But potentially.
Here's what you do.
now,
You want to promote it, you say, and we have a very, very special, what do they call the people that turn?
The briefcase ladies.
Okay, we have a very special briefcase lady, and then just coming back, and everyone will think it's her.
Right.
Like, tune in, but it's
Right.
not. Just one of the other ones.
Just some other girl.
A very special one.
Very special.
Right.
Like a special needs one.
Yeah, bring her back.
That's right.
Exactly.
When I said special,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very special.
yeah, very special.
Right. I think it could be really, really spectacular.
Yeah, you just lie. Just get people to watch it.
So you didn't even watch it on tape, the royal wedding?
You didn't care.
Because you didn't care.
I
I've never
saw,
seen-
no, I did see.
So when you saw her face, did you go like, oh,
she's pretty.
Like, that's all?
No, but
That's
he
all.
didn't. There's no
That's all.
recognition.
Yeah,
No. Did you watch the original Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, sure.
Do you remember her?
No recollection
Okay.
whatsoever.
Do you
No.
remember any of the women?
No. I remember you. I
People
remember maybe
did
like
have favorites though.
Did they?
They did.
How many were there?
26.
Okay.
You know who else was a Deal or No Deal model?
Who?
Chrissy Teigen.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember her being a Deal or No Deal model?
No memory.
Nope. She told me.
She let you know.
She let me know.
And it was new information for you.
When I did the what's it called, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition special, I did a piece on that, and she was there because she was the cover girl at the time, and she goes, "You don't remember me?" whatever number she was.
It's so funny, like, and it's proves it, like, because J-Lo was originally on In Living Color as a dancer, like,
A fly girl.
a fly girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you got to be nice to everybody because you never know who's that background person or whatever who's gonna fucking be the biggest person in Hollywood.
Yeah, you don't realize you need to be nice to every gorgeous dancer and model.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you don't know what they're going to become.
That's right.
And by the way, Howie has dates on sale too. Just go to HowieMandel.com. I don't know if there's anything
Tonight
that's available.
I'm in New Jersey.
But yeah, it's a great gig. The Bergen Performing Arts Center in Inglewood. Tomorrow is NYCD Theater. It's in Westbury. And then you can go to Oklahoma or Atlantic City or Key West coming up through the end of June and July.
I have my own club in Atlantic City. The Taj Mahal was just bought by the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City. And they're opening up the Howie Mandel Comedy Club.
Oh, wow.
Really? Yeah.
So are you doing that?
I'm gonna appear there because it's my club.
Sure.
And I'm gonna shoot a special there on July 3rd and 4th.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you ever stop doing dates, or you did them
No,
all through?
I still do almost 200 a year.
Oh, you do?
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's what I do regardless of anything else. And it kind of keeps me, and you do it too, it keeps you in touch with people.
Yeah, and it also reminds me that I'm never doing as good as I think when I'm still sweating ticket sales. I'm like, wow, man, that was great. I shot a special, and I'm like, fuck, I got to do extra press because it's half sold. Yeah, that's one thing I'll never be happy with is worrying about ticket sales. You never, ever get over worrying about ticket sales.
I do, because really, I just enjoy myself. I don't care.
You don't care.
If anybody shows up. In fact, when I'm alone, it's just more freeing.
Which goes to what our new plan for the radio show is: just let people be alone in their cars without us,
with no noise,
no
or
nothing,
no audience,
right? Certainly no laughing.
And you could sit and just look at your Instagram thing. Look at animals doing things,
right?
And then watch it on Nat Geo.
Do you have a ritual before you go on, or do you just show up and go on?
Show up and go on.
Yeah.
I do nothing. There's no. People always say, if they're there before the show, I'll give you a minute to go prep.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay, but I don't know what. Do you have a ritual?
I just got to pee before. I need if it's a 2-person show, I got to know what your last bit is so I can piss. And if it's a 3-person show, like the host has got to do 2 in between. I just got to pee. That's it. I like to walk
no
in.
matter what. How do you time your pee? Like, what if you don't have to pee?
He pisses every 10
I will
minutes.
literally, I'll stand over the toilet and just lightly brush my nipple because it relaxes me and it makes me go to the bathroom.
Are you being serious?
100. I wish I wasn't. Yeah, 100% serious because there's something about that. It's some type of fucking female estrogen thing, I'm sure, but it helps me go to the bathroom.
No, not
and I
about
can go
tickling
on.
your nipple to pee. The fact that why do you need to pee? Like if you don't have the urge, why are you going?
It's the same reason I have to fly in the aisle in case I have to.
Right.
I don't want to be uncomfortable on stage. The idea of being a minute into an hour set and having having to pee is like
panics you.
It becomes it's all you can think of.
We have to let Howie go to his next interview.
Okay, should we take a break?
We will, but we'll tell people to go to HowieMandel.com for tickets to events. We'll tell people to watch America's Got Talent Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on NBC. We'll tell people to watch Howie Mandel host Animals Doing Things on Nat Geo, and we'll tell people to keep an eye out for Deal or No Deal on CNBC. So much going on.
And follow me at Howie Mandel.
You're a
Twitter.
busy guy.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Howie. You're a wonderful man.
See you in Montreal.
I know I am.
You'll be in Montreal this year.
Montreal. I bought it.
Yes.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Congrats, man.
Thanks for the gigs this year, by the way.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. I love it.
I asked him to send me the Rodman stuff, and they did.
Okay. Did you?
Yeah.
You know what it is? I take so many fucking pictures in my hoodies. They're probably tired of seeing the same one.
Yeah, well, they know you're a fan. I've talked to the guy who runs it, and
yeah,
he knows.
I have to. Yeah, he's good.
He knows you're a fan. He's a really good dude, and wanted to send that stuff along. But speaking of fans,
I love Howie.
Well, of course you do.
Why? He's funny. I've known him for a while. He's a comedian I admired very much coming up, by the way. I did.
You're just laying it on so
No, I'm not.
thick now.
Travis, did we not talk before the show? What did we talk about?
We talked about North Korea.
He's laying it on pretty thick.
Really thick.
No, I'm not. He said that he loved Howie, and it was one of his favorite Comedy Central specials.
I did, yeah.
And I said
absolutely.
yes.
When I was growing up.
I went and saw him and Dennis Miller live.
No, I understand.
When Dennis opened.
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying this conversation wouldn't be happening had a
No,
previous...
definitely not.
Sure, it happened before the show.
Yeah, but we wouldn't be recapping it now.
Sure, wait.
No, because
Here's what happened.
Well,
Here's the mystery piece of the puzzle.
What?
Here's the fatal flaw.
What?
Hold on. As soon as we turned the microphones off in this studio, a statement was made that made everybody except one person on the show groan. As soon as the microphones got turned off, Howie Mandel takes his headphones up, he stands up, and he looks at Jim and he goes,
Sam's hair looks good.
How dare you?
I like this Sam Roberts.
He stands up and he goes, I love Chip Chipperson. And we were all like, what? And he had looked up Chip Chipperson, like he'd found him on YouTube or whatever.
I guess, the animation, whatever he thought was fun. So.
And he just goes, I love Chip Chipperson, and just complimented Jim on the creation. I don't think he realizes how much that character has taken over your life, but Howie Mandel is a Chip Chipperson fan, and it's revolting.
Why? He's got good taste.
Clearly he does not.
And he was also shocked to learn that we do not.
Yeah, he didn't quite.
He's like, really?
He didn't quite get it when Travis came in and was like, "Oh no,
I'll fucking crack him up."
Good.
Ask him how he met me.
Anthony liked that one.
Heard what I said?
Big pop out. He goes, "Oh, okay, that one was funny."
Fuck yeah, yeah.
This is just going to lead to bad things.
I think it is too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, bad meaning good, right? Like Michael Jackson bad.
Yep.
Cool.
Man in the mirror and shit.
That's right.
Good for Howie. He's got good taste.
Yeah, I guess he does. Speaking of good for comedians,
all of a sudden, it seems like some young lady in there all of a sudden has a little respect for Chip Chipperson.
Oh, that intern.
Doesn't she? Now that the comedy icon likes Chip Chipperson, all of a sudden Veronica's like, I met Chip.
Oh, yeah. Miss Veronica is singing a different tune. She's like, oh, I've been a fan for a long time, Howie. Long time.
Me too, Howie. Me too.
Yeah, that's right.
She thinks she's going to fucking get a job opening briefcases. Not happening. You're stuck here.
Do you think that's what that Howie is going to... He's gonna because she's a Chip fan.
I ought to open up a fucking briefcase.
Maybe Howie can get Chip to do it.
Be a briefcase opener.
That'd be awesome.
Fuck yeah!
It's $1 million fucking dollars.
Yeah, I'm chipping you, babe. Go on now.
Yeah, you're fucking lost. I was gonna say congratulations to our bud. We haven't talked about it. Pete Davidson is engaged to Ariana Grande. Seems like they're moving fast, but good for those two.
Yeah, and I told Sam off the air. When I got to LA last time, I don't think we talked about this on the air, right?
No.
Pete texted me and he goes, hey, could you give me a call? I got some news. So I called him and he goes, hey, Matt, just wanted to let you know we're engaged. We're going to get married. I'm like, wow, congratulations.
What did you think? Did he say we?
Yeah, that was on the 24th of May. And
well, that was a long time ago.
It was. And he goes, yeah, man, we're so I thought he was still talking. I didn't know he was dating Ariana Grande. I had no idea at that time. I didn't ask him who. I thought it was the same girl. I was like, oh, dude, that's great news. Congratulations. I had no idea.
I'm not sure at that time if it was public yet.
It definitely wasn't. They were.
Well, I didn't say anything because he told me off the record.
Together.
Yeah,
I hadn't heard it
because it seemed like they jumped right in. The 24th was about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. It might have just started to have been public.
Yeah,
it was before the tattoos were information.
Yeah, I had no clue. I really thought he meant the other person. But yeah, good for them.
Oh, is that why when we were talking about the Ariana Grande tattoos, you were so surprised?
It probably was, yeah.
Meaning because you knew and you just
I thought he was getting engaged to yeah, I thought it was the other girl.
Right, no.
He might have thought I knew. I don't know.
No, he's getting engaged to, or he is engaged. He's going to marry Ariana Grande, so.
Hope I get invited to that wedding.
Can I be your +1?
Of course you'll be invited.
Yeah, I feel like.
He called you to tell you that he's engaged?
Maybe, yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah, like how many people did he call?
He didn't call me.
It'd be funny if he called, if 300 people go, yeah, he called me too.
Yeah. There's a story that he talked to Nick Cannon. So maybe he called you and Nick Cannon.
I got to bring a girl.
Why? I'll go.
Yeah, you're not. It doesn't necessarily.
I mean, yeah, I'll go like you're not.
Oh, cool.
No, but I got to bring. Maybe I'll ask somebody who
works here.
No.
Like me?
No.
Can you get a +2?
See if you can bring. We could do. Let's say we'll do a live show from the.
Would you go to there?
Would you go to there?
Would you go there?
I mean,
it depends on where the wedding is, though. Do you think it'll be in the U.S.?
Well, I mean, they have to get married at some point in the U.S. if they want it to be legal.
Well, they can just go to court.
Yes, they do.
They can go to,
even if you go to court, you have to.
They can just go to the courthouse. Though they don't have to have a ceremony.
You get married in fucking in England, and it's still legal here.
Sao Paulo.
It's not recognized.
Of course it is.
That's why you always have to go to the court to get an actual United States.
Okay, Jim is talking. Travis is into semantics. Jim is talking about a ceremony, and Travis is talking about going and getting your marriage certificate, your marriage license, your legally married.
I mean the ceremony, the wedding.
Yeah,
because that's like saying the royals are not technically married when they come to the U.S.
Well, no, because they're not U.S. citizens.
Yeah.
If you're a U.S. citizen,
yeah.
No, it'll be in L.A.
I don't know. I bet I could see it being overseas
on an island somewhere.
Yeah, could be.
Tropical.
That'd be a nice vacation.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah, we'll go.
For us to all take.
I'll go chill.
Would I go with you? Yeah, I probably would. But
I wouldn't ask you.
You just asked me, would I go with you?
No, I mean, would you go to the wedding? Not with me.
Oh. Well, I'm not invited.
Why would I bring you?
Because we're friends.
Yeah, I know we're friends. I'm not going to try to... Whoever comes to the wedding with me is getting fucked in the hotel.
All right, I'm out. Travis, you still in?
I'm still in, yeah.
Yes. Let's get something straight.
Right.
Married man.
If I am invited to that wedding, again, I don't know, maybe it'll be a private ceremony, just family and very close. Okay.
But maybe not.
They are notoriously private people.
But he called Jim.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande is not a private person.
Pete's not that private either.
However, you never know. But if...
He got his tattoos from his last girlfriend covered up by trees.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm invited to that wedding,
right?
Whoever I bring,
right,
is fucking me in the hotel.
And that's to be stated. We have stated that and made that very clear.
Let's clarify this more.
Okay.
Not only are you fucking me in the hotel,
right?
I'm fucking you before we leave.
And this is the Pete Davidson Ariana Grande wedding we're talking about.
If I'm invited, I'm not even assuming it may be a private ceremony. I love Pete either way. It's fine.
I was asking,
however,
could I get the +1? And there's one issue with that, which is
whoever I bring.
Yeah,
I'm fucking you in the hotel.
And before you leave as well.
Oh, before we leave New York,
right?
As Bob the security guard once said. I'm going to fuck you in the cunt, mouth, and ass.
That's a lot. That's a huge trade-off. That is a tremendous trade-off.
Oh, my God. I'll never forget that. As long as I live, that guy drinking blackberry brandy. I'd like to fuck her in the cunt, mouth, and ass.
It's a lot to ask.
So dirty.
It really is.
So, yeah, congratulations to Pete. Ariana, I don't know. I met her once. We did the Tonight Show together. It was very brief.
I don't think I'm going to be invited.
He likes you.
He does. He knows me. He likes me, but
not well enough.
No, not well enough. He used to do like the after show, and he did my show. But what happened was, once I got moved over to nights,
that was that.
A lot of the comics that were doing my show, they got swooped up by a certain morning show, and certain people were told them not to book them on the night show.
Yeah.
So at that point,
somebody wanted to be possessive,
right?
So cunty.
At that point, relationships were
severed.
Not
he doesn't come on this show in the morning though.
He does.
I don't know why.
He doesn't.
He likes us.
He could.
He should.
You think Bichetti will get the invite?
He should. He did offer Bichetti a ride home one night.
Thank you.
And it took him a long time because
I
forgot where his house was.
I just want to say thanks to Pete and Ariana Grande for inviting me. It's going to be great. Thank you. You fucking driving.
Buschetti needs to do a toast.
Yeah.
How great would it be?
Yeah.
Okay. How great would it be to go to that wedding, right?
That's a +1 you could get.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're sitting at the table, right? And Buschetti's there. And the best man gives a toast, right?
Which would probably be Ricky Velez.
Sure.
Unless he has somebody in his family he's closer to.
Okay, so
An uncle.
Ricky Velez gives a toast to best man. Just as he's finished saying, if you go, Mike, stand up, give a toast. Because you could completely convince Mike to stand up.
Would you laugh?
Just thinking this is a thing that people do.
That friends do. Comedian. He wants to hear from comedians.
Yeah, Mike, you got to give your toast now. And stand up.
Guys like us, someday we're just going to go fuck everybody and we're going to work at the garden.
No, you got a nice girl. You got a nice girl. You got
Would you like to see him stand up and make it?
My God, I would love it so much.
It would make you happy.
It would make me happier than anything I can think of right now.
Especially if it was inappropriate and everybody hated it.
Everybody would hate it. It would be inappropriate.
You wouldn't think it was upsetting?
No, because the whole time you'd be sitting there whispering things to Mike like, you got to bring up how hot Ariana is.
Yeah.
Like, you got to bring up that, like...
And how Pete, Pete really did good on this one.
Yeah, exactly. Except like really, really get to the meat and potatoes of it. Like, and then also bring up that you don't like bullies.
Yeah.
Because, he always, I don't like fucking bullies. I don't like bullies. I would love it.
Mike hates bullies.
He hates bullies.
He really does because he was probably bullied.
He was. And that's unfair. If I found out somebody was bullying Mike, I would strike back at them.
I love Mike.
I love Mike very much too, especially because I think I could convince him to give a toast to the Pete Davidson Ariana Grande wedding.
Yeah,
it might be overseas.
I'd fly with Mike.
I don't think it's happening for a while.
Oh, maybe not.
Why?
Well, in their statement, they said they look forward to a long engagement.
Yeah, but they were like dating for all of 3 days.
Maybe that's why they want to be engaged.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Dude, they're gonna. I bet
get to know each other.
I'll bet they both have money, especially Ariana Grande. I'll bet they plan on having a long engagement and spur the moment one weekend soon. They're just going to go and get married somewhere tropical and just tell everybody last minute to
I
show
don't know.
up.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I
It's
think
last
so.
minute. I'm available.
You are? You already know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're saying if Jim can't find a date who will agree...
My wife can watch the kid.
Who?
My wife.
So you're saying if Jim can't find somebody to agree to the terms of his +1 conditions.
I mean, I'll even agree to the terms.
Okay, that's a lot.
Even if he doesn't get invited, he agrees to the terms. If he wants a job here tomorrow, he's going to agree to the terms. Yeah, that will be a condition.
Okay, and then
what's the condition?
I'm gonna. How can I say? I'm gonna point at my penis.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go. You gotta wrap your pussy around this.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's so hot.
You gotta grip this like a jellyfish.
Oh. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although, if I remember correctly, you and Kumia had like a gangbang in the car to and from my wedding or
And my
something
dick
like
sucked,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And my dick sucked. He fucked. I got my dick sucked.
Yeah, that's fun. You had a wedding orgy in the limo, so stranger things have happened.
Yeah, but the girl I'm thinking of would probably not fuck me.
Would you do a verbal contract or would you have it in writing?
Before the fucking, believe me, before I fucking confirmed the ticket, before the airline ticket was confirmed, I would be texting Kenny and I'd be like, hold on, confirm this ticket in a second. And then as soon as I came, I would go, okay, you can confirm her ticket. She fucked.
She fucked.
So romantic.
Hey, look, this is a big one.
Yeah. I just
got
got
a Hollywood wedding.
I just got invited to this probably a lot of SNL people.
Of course.
I'll tell you who won't be there is Larry David, but there probably still will be a whole bunch of
Who knows why
celebrities.
they broke up? They might have broke up under good circumstances. Maybe she met somebody else, or maybe they just like, you know what? I love you, but it's better for us not to date. That happens sometimes too.
That's possible. Benefit of a doubt. Jimmy is popping in.
Why not?
Yeah, it's true. You're positive,
I don't know the girl
positive outlook, Jimbo.
I don't know the girl he was dating. I know Larry's daughter. I've never met, but you know, Pete's a good egg.
Yeah, I love
Pete's
Pete.
a good boy.
He is. I love Pete very much. But you're right. There will be a lot of celebrities here. Ariana Grande, A-list. Pete Davidson, pretty high up there himself.
Yeah.
You know, once they're a couple together, they increase both of their celebrities by a lot. You do have to make it clear to these dates, if you have expectations, that they know. And do you have expectations?
Whoever I bring to the wedding?
Yeah.
You're fucking. Whoever you are,
right?
Whether you're listening right now or not, if you're going to that wedding with me, if I'm invited, you are fucking first.
And on that note, Jim will be in Connecticut all
auditioning
weekend.
Wedding dates. Bring your cunt.
So where's the club?
Stress Factory. It's in Bridgeport, brand new. StressFactory.com. I have to shit, so let's wrap this up. And then kept the Chip podcast. Maybe I'll ask Howie if he's going to be in L.A. or New York. I mean, not L.A. or Boston or New York. You want to come watch Chip live, pal?
We don't have time to go to Miguel in Los Angeles, but I did once on the night show. I did convince Mike Bichetti to drink what he thought was a bottle of Windex for a date with Kathy Kelly. It was blue Gatorade, but he chugged it. So yeah, yes, and I'll be on the WWE Network this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So check that out.
I'll be here Monday without Sam. He will not
I'll be
make
here for the
show.
Dirty 30. I'll be here for the Dirty 30. You tune into the bitter end of the show and